everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the last time. Hopefully you all had a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in again. Hopefully you'll enjoy the storyline as we progress this time as well. As indicated in the Going Live indicator, I looked up a bit on the wiki to see if there were anything like major things that would be in the way. I didn't read like what the stories entailed or what I would have to do. I just made sure to look for anything like, oh, this might take a while, so I could do that off stream. So for example, like making these moonstones, you need Holy Flame, Teardrop of the Spirit, and Cravon Liquid, and then you have to run around Belvast and remove 4 different moonstones. So I've already got the materials to make all 4, and I've removed 2 of them already, so I'll just make the last bit, remove the last 2, and off we go. So, you're back! Should I mix some moonstone water? Yes. Wow, you got Holy Flame, Teardrop in the Spirit, and Cravon Liquid! Give me a second, I'll make you a moonstone water in a flash. Ta-da! Here's some moonstone water! Take care of those moonstones and bring me back some moonstone fragments so I can sell all the jewelry. Okay. So... there's one, like, way over here. I apply moonstone water to the corrupted moonstone. It works! The Shroud of Dark Energy weakens. I quickly pick up the moonstone fragment and take care of it while I can. This moonstone should now be okay. I'll remove all of them and bring the moonstone fragments back to the merchant. I ran around beforehand to make sure that I knew where all of them were, and to leave the last 2 for being like relatively close. So the last one should be the one that was like up here. Yep, there it is. Same thing. You apply moonstone water. It repeats the dialogue every time. That's all for it. Let's go back to the merchant and hand this in. Got rid of every moonstone and brought the fragments too. Thank you so much. I spent some time ruminating on your reward. I couldn't think of anything better than this. 1 fixed color metal to buy and 1 metal of your choice of color. Just tell me the color ratio you want to mix. I know a thing or two about mixing colors. Alright, in that case, I want a 05190. 0... This one's harder to make than my other one, which is a 51, 120, 251. Red 0, green 51, and blue 190. Sound good? Both. Yep. Wait just a moment. I'll mix the colors. Ta-da! Here are your demos. No, they're limited. They're time limited. Good. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, and I just rebirthed still on the level. Okay. So, at this point, we should start with things that go bump in the night. The remaining moonstone quests are optional. We will not be dealing with those. So let's quickly change channel. Hi Tachi, how are you? Guess what? Aki's emotes are back already. Aki, wait! Oh, right. Let's continue. Okay, I'm gonna go back to channel. I kinda wanna use a bugle to announce that I'm streaming. And maybe we'll have like a lot of people come there like last time. We'll see. I am also sleepy. Whisper soft eyes peer out from under a mane of artfully messy black locks. Her posture, her demeanor, her outfit, all speak to a bottomless well of charisma. When she comes, you feel like you could take on the world. Ah, there you are. I heard you were on your way. I'm glad you're here. She greets me with a modest smile as she glances around at everyone else. I see all the rest of the aces. right away notices certain someone's absence, except for the treasure hunter. You're probably wondering where the treasure hunter is, right? Unfortunately, he's still out of commission for now. He's awake and talking, lucky for us. It's your friend we're more worried about. They're not in critical condition, but they still haven't awoken yet. And there's no indication as to when they might. I'm sorry, Ari. Starlight did everything she could, of course. It's just, Merlin, how should I put this?
There's something new to this. Something nasty that I've never seen before. If it's something Starlight can't break through, you know it's bad. And that's not all. Since you first departed for the ravine with our allies, the rest of us have remained here to keep an eye on the townsfolk. It's a good thing we did. Well, you can't expect anyone to really relax with giant magical rocks falling out of the sky. Usually I can help people unwind a little with some good food and drink. The kids especially, you set them down with something real sweet, they're golden. But the adults, I tell you, I've never seen anyone as wound up as these folk. I've been throwing everything I've got at them, surefire comfort food from around the world. Nothing loosens them up. It's like they're possessed. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what the cause is, though. Symptoms resemble common burnout, if not for the unusual consistency across the populace. I've seen some people muttering to themselves, simply rambling on to no one in particular. With them, the condition resembles acute sleep deprivation. It's not normal, is it? Easy to think this just folks being stressed. I don't think even moonstones can mess people up this bad.
Yes, this is a huge shift from when we first arrived. And with every day that passes, the people seem to suffer more and more. Whatever is happening here, I don't think it's being brought on by the moonstones. At least, not directly.
And that's just one problem. Now we have to deal with whatever knocked out our con artist friend too. Friend, I knew you had a soft spot for me, Thunderhead.
Hunter, what are you up to? What are you doing up? Starlight told you to rest up. Sniping at Merlin is not resting.
Exactly! Go back to bed and let us work. You can eat all the beauty sleep you can get, believe me.
So stubborn. We turn towards the familiar face. The treasure hunter stands there with Pink at his side, his gaunt face twisted into a frown. Oh, he's over there. Hi, Touchy! Thank you so much for subscribing! Thank you! I also am getting new emotes for your subscriptions, and so that next time I will actually have more, like a new custom emote for specifically for the subs. That's animated. Shaggy hair pours over his bronze chin and cool gold eyes. Everything about this man exudes liberty, from his explorer's outfits to the sureness of his stance. Inks's eyes startling restlessly, the usual feeling and confidence nowhere to be seen. Monk's rather gaunt and not even remotely well rested.
Jeez, I've told him over and over that he needs rest, but he refuses to listen. You're all going back to the ravine, right? Yeah, there's too much going on there to ignore. But you don't need to worry about that. Wait, you're not thinking of coming with us, are you? What you need now is rest, not more action. That ravine, do you not understand what we found there?
The treasure hunter willfully staggers his way towards Merlin, but I step between them. What do you mean, Hunter? Why is this so important? It's rare to see you worked up about something. Pinky starts to whimper sadly next to the treasure hunter.
What is it? What aren't you telling us?
We don't need to know everything at once, but we're all very concerned about you. And if we're going to help, we need to start somewhere. Please, you can share this with us. We want to help and to know what's changed.
Everyone here has memories that can be difficult to share. I know that you in particular have endured quite a bit on your own. We can help you with that.
Hunter, please. Tell us what happened. Tell us what you're going through. Help us help you. Everyone looks at the hunter quietly. After clicking his tongue, he casts his eyebrows to the ground and continues in a low, calm voice.
I keep having these weird dreams. Awful dreams. They're relentless. almost every night. I can't escape them. I bet that's what the townspeople are going through too. As soon as you drift off to sleep, you keep seeing the same scenes.
Oh, also, how's the audio balancing? Touchy?
Ah, I knew that had to be a reason the townspeople were so on edge.
What do you see in these dreams? Is it something related to the ravine?
I don't know. I can't tell for sure.
Okay, how about now? Is this better?
I have no idea how this is even possible. But whatever the case, that's what I see.
Let's listen to him. I focus on the treasure hunter listening to every word of his story.
What is this? The same dream again? How many times do I have to go through this? And why here of all places? No way. It can't be. If I wake up, this will all be over. None of this is real. Right?
With a flash of blinding light, the bustling commotion of a crowd is heard nearby.
Hey, what's this? Something's different. And look, that kid's already got those clothes on. What's going on? Is she going to become a mutant? You don't know? That child is her daughter. She's finally awakened. She's the rumored half-blood, so it's true that the kid managed to avoid the curse? Her father entrusted her to us while she was still asleep, and now she's awake? What happened? Shh! Be quiet!
Someone appears wearing vastly different clothing from the others. Completely ignoring the crowd, they approach the child.
How does it feel breathing in the air in this place for the first time? Doesn't it feel different from the outside world? When you woke one of your younger siblings to send them outside, it was quite hard on them.
I'm okay. My daddy gave me this, you see. She timidly presents the black book into the hands of the person standing before her. He told me to try and keep this with me at all times, that I had to look after all my younger brothers and sisters.
Wait, that book? How could that kid have it? Wait, the patterns on it, they're a little different from mine.
My mommy and daddy each had one, but... Oh! I haven't seen mommy in such a long time. Daddy said I'd see her soon, but... You must miss your mommy very much. Yes! Daddy said, he said... Oh! I'd hear lots of stories about mommy if I came here. Where is daddy? And my brothers and sisters?
She must really have just awakened.
She doesn't seem to remember what happened.
Ah, she looks so much like her. That kid must be the eldest. Is this really a dream? Or someone's memory? Something doesn't feel right. Why would I be dreaming this?
Where am I? Where's daddy? And my family?
Comrade, we cannot wait any longer. If this child stays here another second while awake...
Doing something unholy at the body shop.
Ah, yes, the same process will begin as before. We cannot lose any more precious children who have narrowly avoided the curse. Precious children. Can't lose any more of them. Wait.
Come along, little one. We'll explain what happened on the way. Where's my family? We'll explain that as well, don't worry. Come on, let's go. The girl looks uncertain, but follows without protesting.
This place? Someone left that little girl in this place? And that thing in her hand? Why am I dreaming such strange things? Maybe I should follow them for now.
The girl follows her guide down some stairs.
This is the same place as before.
come down here. Your siblings will be waiting for you just ahead. Whoa, really? The girl's little face breaks into a smile. She starts skipping down the stairs. What a relief. Daddy told me not to get separated. But why was I asleep? I feel achy everywhere and I can't remember much. Well, either way, they said they're waiting for me, so I'd better hurry. Ario's probably really upset.
For a dream, this is awfully...
Let's go down. Dolphin. You should reload.
Let's keep moving to the other side.
Come. Quickly. How strange. Everyone is looking. Am I imagining this?
Hey, where's the other?
Dian didn't find out, did she? Because then... Quiet. It's all been taken care of. And we've got bigger problems than Dion.
Let's hurry before those fools come and try to stop us again.
No one knows how long this situation will last. We can't sit idly by. Little one, what are you doing? Come along now. You don't want to keep your siblings waiting, don't you? Don't you miss them? I do miss them, but why? Why are we apart? I can't remember. Oh, your siblings were sick, and they're being treated separately. They're both sick? Are they gonna be okay? Of course they are. Now, come with me. Don't you want to see them? Yes, I'm coming.
This feels strange. This is definitely a dream, but why dream of something like this?
And now we just follow her. Ooh, spooky zone.
That one looks fresh as a daisy. Sent out one of the others last time, so I forgot what happened. It was so long ago. Those bleeding out moderates were pretty mad. Something about wasting the lives of their king.
I heard they matured. Something about settling down and living in a forest. Now only a handful of descendants are left.
But there's no way our clan should have taken it lying down. Even if the curse was avoided, what if it was a temporary solution?
Everyone is looking at the girl. Watch what you say. I overheard this from a senior mage, but this place may be hazardous to children. The moment the children who avoided the curse set foot here in this place that's supposed to deflect the curse's effects? Did he not foresee this coming when he entrusted the children? Upon noticing the many eyes focusing on her, the girl becomes discouraged. So they must be siblings. They have the same hair color. I wonder if this is like his little sister.
Look over there! It's the commander! Why would the commander be here?
Huh? Come with me, child. You don't want to keep anybody waiting. But that person looks kinda scary. If my siblings are there, though. The girl hesitates and squeezes her eyes shut, then dashes towards the people waiting for her.
Look at the clothes the commander is wearing. And that's the garb of a high-ranking Cessair.
You've awakened safely. I'm glad.
Supposedly the last child had a defect from waking. Much time has passed, but it seems the incident left quite an impact. Security is as heavy as ever. It wasn't easy to extract this one. It seems the 3 children came with some strict instructions after what happened to the last child.
Won't it be a problem for us to bring the child in full view of everyone like this? If Tien were to ever find out.
I will assume full responsibility.
Her judgment is
clouded by her sentimentality. But we must do everything we can to ensure our survival. We can't sit back and do nothing.
When can I see my family? The red-robed figure studies the small girl for a long time. Last, a smile and a chuckle comes from behind their masked face.
This place, it's a bit of a mess. Come with us, little one. Your family, they must miss you dearly. 3 children were entrusted. Wait, is this? Wait a minute! Gah, jeez, who would even know about all this?
Ooh.
They're taking the kids somewhere. Weird. This looks like the way out of here. But why? Come, you must follow us all the way. You can see them once you go outside.
Okay.
They aren't able to leave given the circumstances. So why? Wait, this pain is like when I saw that book at the ravine.
I wanted to tell you, my dear, so you could remember once again. I shouldn't have followed along so eagerly back then. If only I had just thought it over carefully. At the very least, you could have stayed by my side.
Who was that? Who wanted to show what to who? Show this? This is... Only the child and I will go on from this point. I don't want you all to take the unnecessary risk of leaving this place.
But it's dangerous outside. They're still searching for us. That's right. We're already in the same boat.
No. Every member of our clan that can be spared must stay here. Even if I meet my demise out there, someone will find me. And even in my demise, I might provide a clue that will show the way forward. You must keep watch. Keep watch over my journey, this child's journey. Now, come with me, little one.
They adjust the child gently next into hand. She hesitates a little before reaching out.
If a member of that clan that hid from the rides of the gods ventured forth into the world again, have they been here before? I have absolutely no memory of this, though.
The air here is different. There's a bright light coming from over there. Is that the way we're going? Are you okay?
Yes, of course. It's starting. And so quickly after coming outside. Have the gods set their sights on me already? Little one, do you not feel affected in any way?
Me? I'm fine. Excuse me, you look really pale. Are you in pain?
How kind of you to ask. I'm envious. How did Beard manage to pull it off, I wonder? How is it that you're able to avoid the curse? How? Despite the powers flowing in your blood. What does it all mean? What do you mean?
Stay away from me. You said you let me see my siblings.
Bringing that kid outside was all part of some terrible scheme. Which sibling are you looking for? Ariu? Banba? Ariu, the girl who was taken outside as a test decades ago. Your father said your little sister loved you very much.
The girl faltered for a moment, then went charging ahead.
My head feels like it's splitting in two. Is this really a dream?
Where's Ariu? Is she out there? I'm going to her right away.
There's no point, my child.
They gesture forcefully, and the girl suddenly shrieks in pain.
Poor thing, that child has long since died. After relocating to a remote location a long time ago, we waited for the magic that sealed our blood to slowly fade. Her body bore the wrath of the gods for us. The child's sacrifice will never be forgotten. That was how we learned there was a way to distract the gods. You slumbered in a place that rejects the very flow of time. We had no other choice, not if we were to escape and survive the curse. Maybe if you'd been slumbering ever since the ceiling, but it's not the best environment for anyone who managed to avoid the curse.
No. Then... where's Ariu now?
Dead! A most agonizing death at the hands of the curse. After all this time, we'd hoped the wrath we face had softened, but... The rider of this figure becomes more and more ragged. They clutch at their chest in pain, gasping for air. But of course, perhaps this was all too premature. After she was sacrificed, clones were to be made. I wonder where they'd have been fine. Could they have breathed the outside air without fear?
What about the other one? What about my family? You promised I would get to see them.
That foolish Chasseur had gone mad with frustration. Oh wait, this is someone else. That foolish Chasseur had gone mad with frustration and rage. The crushing weight of such a long imprisonment caused the Chasseur's jealousy to fall upon a small child who's managed to escape the wrath of the gods. The innocent child became the focus of that resentment. Who is that? Whose voice is that? My parents sealed our bloodline to avoid that terrible curse. But that became a scourge in and of itself, in a place built to reject all things. There was no way of knowing at first. We were slumbering when we first arrived. With time, however, they started waking us for their own survival. Gradually, the sealing magic cast upon us started to fade. Think about it. Why is it that those of us who avoided the curse could do nothing but tremble in fear as the last storm raged on? No, you! No. They sent the first child they awoke outside Pinkata. In their ignorance, they'd hoped the child would be safe. When the fading seal finally broke after venturing outside, the gods were enraged. They saw to it that the child wasted away and died amongst the humans. Enough. Stop it. I've heard enough. I never wanted to hear any of this. The truth tends to be ugly and painful. Fine, I'm sure they were all out of their minds, but surely they tried to find the best solution they could given the circumstances. I've thought about this countless times, but I still can't bring myself to blame them for what they did. I don't even know if I have the right to. From their perspective, what would it have felt like to be confronted with us? You only think that out of ignorance. Those calamities didn't deter them from making the same mistakes. Sometime after sending the first child out, they were once again gripped by the same foolish plan. They wished to use bait to distract the gods. They thought that this sacrifice would allow them to maintain their pitiful sanctuary. What they learned, however, was that the gods would never allow them to escape their grasp. Witness the extent of their foolishness. I understand their fears, of course. Their situation was dire. Stewing in their misery and despair for so long made them desperate. Focus the gods on someone from the outside? You can't mean... No, they couldn't have. Now, look again, carefully. Do you really think that child was the only one these fools stole away?
No, stop it, please. You can just send me outside, just not my family.
See how low people can fall when they're driven by despair? Indeed, having witnessed these shameful acts over and over, is there any wonder why their leader turned so cold?
Stop it! Why are you doing this to us?
Stop! Stop! I will never, ever forget those who sacrificed me. But why? If something like this happened, why don't I remember any of it?
Please, someone help! Please, I'll do anything. Please, help. In the greatest hour of need, a miracle had happened. Or perhaps it was just another curse. There's a sudden flash of blinding light.
You survived? How?
Whether it was my potential, my good fortune, or just his whim, it still remains to be seen. I made a deal with him. When I learned when I'd lost one of my dear siblings, I wanted to protect what remained at all costs. I can't share the details with you, but... Fine, but one more thing.
Enough! That's enough!
Make sure my brother doesn't awaken until it's safe for them to do so. That way they'll never be sick or in pain, even if I'm not around. I don't care what happens to me. This was a daring request, but it amused him. In exchange, when I was to meet you again...
Wait, I can't remember any of this. All because you did this for me? All of this because of me?
I'm afraid it's against the rules for me to give you any details. The deal left me weak and unable to leave his side, but I have no regrets. This is a dream, right? If you believe it to be a dream, then yes. It was for this simple dream that I made a special request of him. I tore up my father's book and laid a trap to meet his demands. And finally, at last, I was able to meet with you. I want you to really think about who's waiting for you and who has your best interests at heart.
Wait, I still have so many questions.
We'll see each other in person soon enough. Will you return to your rightful place then? Her light amber eyes narrow in a smile, and then everything fills with an inky, opaque darkness. Wow, I didn't think those two would be related. Like, yeah, they have the same hair and, like, eye color, but I still didn't catch it until now. That's pretty interesting. So, pretty good. Let's keep going. What feels like an uncomfortably long time after the treasure hunter finishes speaking, everyone stands around, unsure as looking at each other in the uneasy silence.
Are you really okay with spilling the beans like this? Thought you said this was a huge secret. I don't know the whole story myself, but still, I've kept my mouth shut for so long.
Well, yeah, you put a seal on yourself that would curse you if you talked about it. I made you do that because I knew you definitely.
Hey, that's... fine. You were right, but...
Just let it go, Merlin. He made this decision on his own. It must have been difficult for you. Thanks for sharing, Hunter.
It's fine, I thought you ought to know that these aren't regular nightmares. Figured at this point I thought it would be okay to share a little.
The treasure hunter's voice, usually brimming with confidence and gusto, now seems shaky and halting. Starlight and Iron look on, their concern clearly evident.
So you've been on a journey to find more about your origins. As someone who's destined to endlessly search for the origin of all things, I do have something of a unique understanding of how taxing the act of seeking can be. That is to say, it's not an easy process, but it seems like someone has turned that very search itself into a trap. The problem is, he's far from the only one who's been plagued by these nightmares. Unlike the townspeople, however, he was able to realize the nature of these nightmares. Maybe it's all thanks to Starlight's top right TLC. We've established that these dreams are being caused by something unnatural.
That means someone out there is causing everyone to suffer these horrible dreams for some purpose. Knowing that, it makes sense why no one's able to let down their guard and relax. Could the moonstones have been some kind of smokescreen to distract us from this? The timing of all these events feels very suspect. Either way, nightmares, you say?
We'll have to comb the ravine again. Remember what I turned up during our investigation? That strange piece of paper? I remember you stuffed it in your pouch when Iron and I tried to take a look. I just figured it must have been a treasure map or something.
Okay, geek.
Huh? What's the monkey saying?
Merlin, don't call Pinky a monkey. I mean, she's not even a monkey. She's an adorable gorilla. Also, she says that your imagination is way too predictable.
What? Calm down, everyone. There are more important things at hand we ought to focus on. I discovered a page from a book, one very similar to the one I already have. I remember feeling distinctly uncomfortable, like someone had placed it there for me to find on purpose. Never would have expected those black-headed punks would have something like that. I just assumed they happened on it by accident. Figured it was part of some spell or incantation used to activate something. So the remnants of the fallen moon fragments on the item you discovered seem like they require some sort of contact to work.
I'm already tired of these goons. I can't help but feel like this is some sort of trap, but... Hunter, this is important to you, right? Whatever help you need, I've got your back. Besides, I think I may have ties to what's going on as well. Iron. It's alright, Starlet. And remember what we talked about? Ari, strange as it seems, when I'm near that ravine, I can use some of my powers. I've had my suspicions, but it's all starting to come together now. In fact, given Hunter's symptoms, I'm almost certain. I just don't know why. Iron's expression darkens slightly. Merlin is the first to break the uncomfortable silence with an awkward laugh.
Alright. Okay, so we need to focus back on the ravine, right? You may be a crook, but even swindlers need a good night's rest. Let me just do some poking around while you get yourself healed up. Load up on the chef's food. That always helps. Once you're back on your feet, we'll give the whole area a thorough search.
It's just a theory for now, and we're still not sure what the exact cause is. That's why we'll be standing by in town. As much as I'd love to go with you, there are too many people who need my help here. Plus, I need to look after your friend, Ari.
One day, that's all I need. Then I'll be ready to join the ravine investigation. Anyone can say that. We'll see if you're really hale and hearty in just a day's time. Alright, we're gonna inspect the ravine. How about it? Wanna come with us?
Just now, there was someone standing over there who looked like they had something to say to you. Was there? Good eye, Jay. They eventually headed towards the Adams residence after our conversation started running long. You ought to probably seek out whoever it was and speak with them, Dream.
I guess that's it then. I suppose we'll see you at the Royal Castle? Boy, am I glad I got out of there. All that stuffy formality, all those rules of etiquette for every little thing. We'll go ahead and start searching the ravine for now. If we find anything of interest, we'll let you know as soon as we can.
Merlin winks at me, giving my shoulder a friendly pat. Someone's looking for me. What could they want? Infinite stamina. Up we go. Admiral's evidences or residence over here. Oh, okay. I guess they're not actually here. I guess I'll just donate my 100 common leather straps for the day while I'm at it. Oh, I didn't leave them all. If I remember from last minute, I would 44. Oh, 42? Yep, okay. Cool. I'll bring the rest back later when I'm not streaming. Do I have to do like a manual? Where are they? They said they were by the residence. Oh, that is not by the freaking Admiral's residence. That's at the courthouse. I was lied to. Her steadfast blue gaze is fixed on the courthouse, but she senses my approach. Slowly turning to look at me, she bows her head in greeting. It's good to see you, Dream. I hope things have gone well since our last meeting. I didn't want to interrupt your conversation, so I tended to a few matters with Admiral Owen first. I was just sort of getting my thoughts in order here. Her Majesty is doing fine. Almost fully recovered now, in fact. Just the other day, she was well enough to sit upright and go over all the documents requiring her review. Despite the confidence of her words, I detect a slight trembling in her voice. She pauses a moment and takes a deep breath. Dream, I know you've been spending a lot of time on the road, traveling to many of the kingdom's towns to help deal with the scattered remnants of the Moonstones. Her Majesty was delighted to hear about it. In fact, the first thing she asked about after she regained consciousness was whether the Moonstones were still falling. The royal castle hasn't received any further reports of objects falling from the skies, so that's something, I guess. Things have been tense and everyone's a little worn out over it. Still, Marley trails off and looks around, taking stock of her surroundings. Once she confirms that the air is free from unwanted listeners, she continues, her tone now cautious. In truth, I've come to find you under new orders from Her Majesty. There's a new phenomenon she's insistent on investigating. She wants us to find out if anyone else was affected like she was. As I mentioned, the Queen fell ill and collapsed one day. At first, I thought it was simply stress taking its toll, what with carrying out her royal duties and obligations with everything that's been happening. But later, while investigating the specifics with singing, I learned that Her Majesty has been getting poor or no sleep for quite some time. Apparently, it had gotten to the point when she was afraid to fall asleep because of the nightmares she knew would torment her. A spate of bad dreams during a tense time would be understandable, but nightmares every night without fail? Doesn't that sound strange to you? In fact, now that I think about it, my own dreams have been more disquieting lately. This isn't limited to Her Majesty and I either. Every case reported is a little different, but almost everyone at the royal castle has seen ghastly things in their dreams. We believe it's too strange to be mere coincidence. That's why Her Majesty ordered me to investigate this matter and to alert you. We're not certain when these nightmares first began to take hold, but it's clear that something must be done. This may seem an odd question, Ari, but as a Militian, do you dream when you sleep? If so, have you experienced any strange dreams or nightmares lately? I have seen things that are worse than any nightmare! The stuff of nightmares still pale in comparison to some of the things I've seen while wide awake. Memories of my many battles and dangerous encounters filter through my mind. I try to shake off the heavy weight of those recollections and the bitter aftertaste they leave behind whenever I think of them. My apologies. I didn't mean to bring back bad memories. Still, I'm relieved to hear it. That means that at the very least, you've been spared from these nightmares that have been plaguing everyone else. She looks genuinely happy to know that I haven't been affected. In that moment, I catch a slight glance at the dark circles under her eyes. She must be struggling to get a good sleep herself. This is about more than the physical exhaustion from being unable to get a peaceful night's rest. The way these nightmares keep playing their scenarios, it wears you down like a rasp chewing away at a block of wood. The nightmares don't come to me as often as to some, but they still do come. And when they do, they're always the same. It's like I'm right there on that day. Actually, best not to dwell on it. She gestures weakly and murmurs to herself. She seems to be motioning towards the courthouse. At any rate, the Queen's orders are to travel from town to town gathering information that might give us some idea of how widespread these nightmares are. We can't get a good sampling from the occupants of the royal castle alone. The official story is that we're surveying the damage left behind by the Moonstones. But while we're doing that, it couldn't hurt to take note of any inconveniences the villagers might be having and get a good feel for the mood of the populace. I've already communicated this to Admiral Owen. The paladins of Mabinogi readily offer their support as well. So, shall we start our town-to-town tour? I'm hoping we'll discover things aren't all that serious out there. Despite her exhaustion, she smiles warmly and extends her hand. Let's visit the towns of Alad with her to gather information about the nightmares. Okay. Next up is a sign of the times. Talk to Adern and Bangor. So, everyone, how's your day? Moving between locations. Hopefully you're having a good day. Be nice if you chatted to respond. Okay, here's your turn. Between the long strands of white hair, see the wrinkles on his face and neck that shows old age, but his confident and well-built torso with copper skin reveal that this man is anything but fragile. His eyes encompass both the passion of youth and the wisdom of old age. The thick brows that shoot upward with the wrinkles add a fierce look, but his eyes are a soft amber tone.
Dreamslayer, is that you? What brings you here? And your companion? I see she's from the royal court.
You must be Adern. I've met many blacksmiths who credit you for everything they know. I'm Marlede from Rathroyal Castle. Queen Arwen has ordered Dreamslayer and I to survey the damage from the recent moonstone incident. We haven't received any recent report about falling moonstones, but I'm interested in hearing about any incidents that might have escaped our notice.
And here I thought backwater towns like this were below your notice. I suppose things have gotten better lately.
They sure have. Just take those visitors we had a few days ago. Some soldiers delivered a ton of supplies from the royal castle. Ellen, whose curiosity had kept her lingering nearby, decides to chime in.
We're pretty much in the middle of nowhere out here. We've never received so much before. Yeah, you let the court know that we're grateful for the help.
Oh, yes, of course. Marlede hesitates, then swallows in response with difficulty. I'm relieved our supplies made it safely to you all. I'm glad they were of help. Has anything else happened out of the ordinary? It doesn't matter how trivial it may seem. Even the smallest incidents may help us.
Well now, there's been so many that it's hard to single anything out. Let's see, the last time I paid a visit, the town was engulfed in flames and plunged into darkness. I'd call that strange.
Oh. Ellen's placid expression suddenly changes when listening to Adern speak. Back then, everyone in town lost consciousness for a moment. When I was out, I had a truly terrifying dream. Ugh. Since then, I keep getting flashes of it. Sometimes I'll be helping Grims out with his work, and I'll start hearing this weird buzzing around my ear.
Buzzing? What do you mean, Ellen? Come to think of it, you've been distracted lately.
Are you talking about that strange dream? Yes, I had it again last night too. Those disgusting bugs swarming in from all directions. Ugh. It's so disgusting. You agree, don't you, Dream? Just thinking about those big, nasty bugs with lots of crawly legs. Ew! I keep seeing them over and over in my dreams. Maybe I'm just exhausted. I was talking to Riocard a little while ago and he wasn't in great shape either. I think those moonstones have really done a number on everyone. Gramps, can't I take some time off?
You rascal, those orders still need to be filled. Our customers depend on us, you know. Still, maybe you ought to take it easy. I don't want my only granddaughter to fall ill. A few days ago I dreamt you were badly injured. From what or why, I'm not sure, but...
There's an almost imperceptible tremble in his thick, bushy brows. He looks away from his granddaughter.
When you're tempering metal, even the smallest mistake can ruin the whole batch. I don't want you... well, just be careful, you hear?
Come on, Gramps. I'm not a baby anymore. It's been months since I made any serious mistakes. I'm always careful nowadays.
I know. I can't help it if I worry sometimes. I just couldn't live with myself if anything happened to your smiling face.
I've got enough for now. Thank you for your time. Marley gives Adern and Ellen a short bow. She pulls me aside and whispers in a low voice. I'm concerned about that girl's dreams. It doesn't seem like a major problem now, but if anyone else is being affected by this? Let's split up and ask around town to see if we cover anything else unusual. She turns her eyes towards the pub as she speaks. I agree that I should find out what the other townspeople have to say. Hello. Talk to Ibby. Up on the cliff. Ibby, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. Under the wide brim of the Mongo hat, her lovely blonde hair dances in the gentle breeze. Her delicate neck stretches out of the lace collar of her intricately tailored rosy pink dress. Her big, bright jade eyes twinkle, and her round face, like porcelain, is so fair that it looks pale. Is this how I do it? It's hard. Her small hands are busy fiddling with something. When I bend down to take a peek, I notice her holding a wrinkled piece of paper. Oh, Dream? This is... Ibby hides it behind her, embarrassed. My mom used to tell me I should fold paper cranes when I get scared, because each one I make will carry my fear away with it. My dad's been really busy lately. He always was. He says he can't stop thinking about what happened to my mom. He yells at me when I try to take a walk. He's worried that I might get hurt. Sadness fills her voice. I wanted him to stop worrying, so I tried to fold him as many cranes as I could, but it doesn't work. I've tried so many times. I'm fine, and I want Dad to be fine too. Ibby, discouraged, buries her face in her knees and curls into a ball. Pitiful-looking, poorly made paper cranes lay on the ground. I want to cheer her up somehow. I hand a box of 1,000 paper cranes to Ibby. What's this? Are you giving this to me? This is... A smile breaks across her face as she looks inside the box. Did you make all these for me? Because of what I said earlier? There's so many. Your hands must be tired. Are you okay? It was really difficult. When I tried. Yes, it was. It was a pain in the bit to make all of them. Folding 1,000 paper crayons was quite bothersome and tiring. I look her in the eye and complain, stretching my wrists. It took like 2 hours. It was horrible. Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have. Was it that bad? Can I get you something? You put so much effort in. Ibby seems conflicted about taking the box of paper crayons. She tries to hand it back to me, but I quickly push it back to her. You still want me to have it? Thank you. My dad always taught me to say that sincerely when someone's kind to me. She thanks me in her small voice. Then I'm gonna give this to Dad. Dream and I made so many for him, so this should make him feel better, right? Ibby murmurs faintly, her eyes on the bank at the foot of the hill. I notice careful footsteps behind me, and I turn to see Marlene approaching slowly. Here you are. I'm back from checking on the other villagers. Majority of the citizens are having nightmares. They've been enduring horrible dreams, some more than others. It's been happening to those in the royal castle, but to see the same thing amongst the villagers, this doesn't feel right. How is this possible? We don't know yet. What we need to do first is check with the other towns. Let's head to Dunbarton, and let's hope things don't get worse than this. She turns and walks towards the village gate, her unease clearly visible in her gait. I'll follow her to Dun and see if the villagers are suffering from nightmares. Off we go! Yeah, I looked that part up, and I knew I was gonna need the paper cranes, so I spent like a couple hours over the past week making all the cranes to like make sure that I would actually have enough time, so I wouldn't get stuck on stream of like, hi, I've been streaming for 30 minutes and now I have to wait, and now I have to like stop because I need to make the cranes. I just made them early. Okay. Wearing a rosy pink blouse, her shoulders are gently covered by a blonde hair that seems to waze and breeze, an oval face, a pair of calm eyes with depth, and a slightly small nose with a rounded tip. Beneath are the lips that shine in the same colors or glass. Hello, Dream. I've heard about how you assisted Manus. Goodness, what a mess that was. We're lucky you were around to help. I never did get the chance to thank you properly. Perhaps it's a little belated, but thank you for everything. She gives me a gentle smile. Your companion there, I don't believe we've been introduced. Oh, greetings, I'm Marlene. As you guessed, I'm here on Queen Ireland's orders. She explains everything to you. I see. Well, there haven't been any more moonstone incidents lately. I think it's safe to say that the crisis is over. As for anything else out of the ordinary, well... She closes her eyes and taps at her chin thoughtfully. It's just that the townspeople have had so much to be anxious about lately. I can't say anything has actually happened, but... I'm sorry, it's hard to put my finger on it exactly, but there is one thing I can say for certain. A lot of people have been jumpy and agitated. How can I put this? It's not really that serious, but... Everyone has been tremendously on edge. I suppose that's not entirely surprising. All the same, I can't remember the last time I had a proper night's sleep. Can't say when it all started, but recently I've had a lot of difficulty sleeping at night. Nera said the same thing when we had lunch a few days ago. I think she's having a much tougher time than I am. To be honest, I don't know if any of this is a cause for real concern. I hope I'm not taking up too much of your time with this nonsense.
Not at all. It is the duty of the royal court to identify any and all concerns of the people and to address them.
I'm relieved to hear that. Our biggest challenge right now is cleaning up after the moonstones. Not only do we have to check buildings with damage, but the wounded and injured must also be tended to. And... hey, you don't look so good. Is everything okay? Oh, no, it's nothing. I apologize. I was just thinking of something. Marley frowns and rubs her temples. Both you and Dream have been traveling from town to town without a break. Are you sure you're getting enough rest? It's times like this when you must be especially careful not to overdo it. If anything strange happens, I'll send word right away.
Thank you. I'm sorry for causing you concern.
Don't mention it. I think the people who have been affected by all these bizarre incidents, they try not to show it. It's best to let your mind rest every once in a while. Please make yourself at home here before you move on.
Thank you.
I've been noticing how tired she's moving, but this is the first time I've seen her so affected by it. Marley wordlessly meets my eyes for a moment and then lowers her gaze. She totters unsteadily away towards town. She must be taking Evan's advice to rest. I hope she's okay. Now we have to talk to Marley. Oh my god, there's so many people. Okay, let me just do location check. Oh, she's like... They said she was staggering towards the town. She's like outside. She's like way over there. Please, excuse me, Dream. It's just... Her usual calm composure is nowhere to be seen. I can hear the trembling in her voice. I kept telling myself over and over that there was no need, especially since we have our hands full carrying out the Queen's directive. But I keep seeing that place in my dreams. I thought I might get a chance to see whatever remains of the old site while we're in Belvast. I've never heard her ramble like this. Her eyes dart back and forth, her gaze unfocused. I listen to her, perhaps she'll tell me what this is all about. I compose myself and clasp her hands. She looks a bit taken aback, but then lowers her eyes and starts recounting her story in a quiet voice.
This is... No way! They've all left, and we're gathered outside right now. This is our chance. If we don't do this today, we're never getting out of here. You listening to me? Why am I remembering these distant memories? Feels like my head is splitting. Went through hell and back to get that dagger. Here, you hang on to it. If anything happens, you know what to do.
I know, I got it. I know how to get out of there, but my hair, I'm sad I won't be able to braid it anymore.
Just let it grow out, you dummy. We got the dagger out of it, so relax.
Despite his gruff words, the boy keeps glancing at her awkward short hair with regret.
I know it's dark, but we just have to deal with it. We don't have a choice. Still, though, I'm here for you. It's totally empty here, so we'll just keep... Huh?
A strange noise comes from the other side of the door. I break out in a cold sweat, an involuntary chill creeping up my spine. I feel your sins crawling on my back.
Hey, get it together! We need to go no matter what, you hear me? If we don't get some food, everyone will starve to death. It won't matter if we escape. Let's go. This is the only way. We have to go, no matter what. We're not gonna get another chance like this. There isn't gonna be a next time. We never get another opportunity.
I can hear the frightened boy grinding his teeth with determination. His face is resolute as he rushes ahead. Do I actually have a dagger?
Oh, I do. Okay.
Gooby.
Oh.
defense. I like how the kid is supposed to be helping me deal with their multi-aggro, but he's absolutely useless. And then smash it before it can get up. Oh, nope. Okay. Oh, no. Let's do defense. And counter smash. How do you not know a soul slash? Thank you. Oh. She has very little items. Okay. Let's just do fireball and then smash while it's down. Oh, come on. Triple aggro? Really? Kid, do something. Hold them off for me. Okay, good. That's deadly. Okay. One over. One over. Okay. Was that it? Those monsters. You don't think there's more of them, do you? No, I've never seen anything like those ghosts before in my life. So why? I guess we made it. Looks like those things are taken care of, so let's move on. I don't think it's safe for us to stay here. I heard everybody talking about it. Someone really strict is supposed to be visiting today. They always let the dogs loose on days like that. Come on, let's go. What are you waiting for? Hurry up! Despite his noise tone, the boy's eyes turn to the girl to make sure she isn't hurt. The two walk towards the door up ahead. A warm, comfortable food room. The aroma of delicious food fills the space. A warm, comfortable food. A mouth-watering feast lies on the table before you. A dizzying variety of piping hot dishes are piled high on countless plates. It doesn't take long to hear Humbly's stomachs grumbling after being confronted by this embarrassment of treats. I'm hungry. We don't have time to stop and eat. Let's just take as much as we can. We can eat after we escape with the other kids. The room is definitely much warmer than the one before, but the shivering boy seems to be struggling against the chill. You're still cold? Should I warm your ears at least? It's fine, don't bother. I just need to keep moving. I'll be fine. I'm just gonna go over and grab what I can. The boy grimaces at the girl's outstretched hands as if embarrassed, then turns around and runs to the table. He's really sensitive to the cold. Oh well, maybe there's something warm by the fireplace? Get closer. He's preoccupied with getting food, so I'll focus on finding anything useful. Ooh, what's this? There's a pleasant warmth coming from this stone. Wow. I wonder if this is one of the things they brought over. I bet it's really cold outside. I should find some to give to the other kids, too. Oh, here's another one. I think I just need one more now. Now I have more than enough for the both of us. That should keep them from complaining or turning it down. Here's another one. That's 3. That should be enough. Hey, what are you doing over there? I think I got enough to bring with us. You were talking about how hungry you were, even before we snuck out. Found some really fancy cookies. You should, and I'll have some if you want. They're not too sweet and they're really tasty, so, You remembered that I don't like sugary things? Oh, no. Yeah, you did. I'll be right there. The boy needs this heated stone immediately. His hands are probably freezing. Here, take this. Oh no, my egg is cracked. It's involved in environmental heat and now exudes a gentle warmth. Hold it in my hand and enjoy. She hands him a small stone, trying very hard to seem indifferent. What is this? Oh, this is really warm. How? Isn't it neat? I found it for you. Didn't I tell you to stop messing around? Did you get any food? You said things would be tough for a while after we escaped today, right? Stashed everything in my pockets. We should be fine for a while. We're pretty used to going without food for a day or two anyway.
Oh, by the way, here, eat this.
Isn't this the cookie you were talking about? It looks like it might be really sweet.
You're so weird. Who doesn't like sweets? Plus, we're not in a position to be picky, you know.
I can't help it. It makes my stomach hurt. But this is really good. To be honest, I was a little scared to be alone, but this place is kind of warm and it's full of so many yummy smells. You don't think there are any ghosts here, do you?
Even babies aren't afraid of ghosts, you dummy. That's what they say where I come from. When someone with an unfulfilled promise dies, they become mean, scary looking, and turn into a ghost.
Oh, really? I've never heard that before. You didn't just make that up, did you?
Why you? I'm from really far away, remember? Never mind.
Shh! I think I just heard something behind the door. Darn it. Did they notice we snuck out?
I think they just let the hounds loose. Run! Avoid the hounds and run to the door on the other side. Oh, they're coming, they're coming. I thought things were too easy. Come on, let's get out of here. He grabs the girl's hand and throws the door open. Oh, this is the, royal castle. The two children breathe rapidly. Sweat runs down their foreheads.
I think we're okay now. Let's try to get a little farther along.
Okay. This place is so cold. This last place was way better.
You look really pale. Let's hurry. It'll be better once we get through that door.
Okay. It doesn't sound like they're chasing us anymore, though. So that's a relief.
Follow the boy. Wait, girl? Okay. Marlene, are you okay? You're white as a ghost and you're burning up. Why didn't you say anything? We would have left if I'd known you were so sick.
Don't be stupid, dummy. The boy still sounds annoyed, but his breathing is rough as if he's lost all of his energy.
Oh, wait. I feel a creeping chill. What is that? It's so strange. I'm scared, but I have to stay strong. Deal with this on my own.
Oh, scary ghost.
Oh my god, it hurts! No matter what. Oh, no, it's fast. Oh, I think I might have knocked it into.
This is reminding me of Spirited Away. They look like No Face.
One. Oh, no. No, I have to get out of here. No, this is stop, please.
A faint voice squeaks up from a trembling throat. My vision blurs and I sink into the inky darkness at my feet.
Oh. Oh no.
It recovered so fast.
Okay.
I need to let the elf boy get aggro first. Actually, let's work on the same target. Okay, good. We're on opposite sides of the table now. Now that I know a bit more about where my hotkeys are and what the skill set will work with. Oh. Wait, her normals are actually better than smashing. Let's just do N+2 smash. It's not really worth risking N-1 smash. N+1 smash, rather. I'll just do N-1 smash. Wait, it has heavy what? This thing has advanced heavy standard? Well, not advanced, but it has heavy standard. That was unexpected.
Oh no, don't hit me. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Boy, surely you can finish off that one mask, right? Without dying. Okay, good. This should be enough to insta-kill that one, and that'll make... Ah, frick, I hit the wrong button. I'm used to my own smash being on too. Actually using smash. Cool. Better. Let's get back through. Since I just beat this, I'm gonna just focus on clearing the quest now. On the bright side, it's not that hard to get back to it. Oh, okay. Oh, run, run, run away! Gotta go fast. Okay, and we're back here now. Okay, we didn't lose too much time. I'm a bit more prepared for your move speed and stuff like that now. That's gonna be too close. Oh no, I actually got it off. Cool. Oh my god, that did 123. Why do you hit so hard? Frick, I really should remap that. How is there another one? Why are there so many? Okay, hopefully it doesn't aggro on me. I want to test this out. Okay, it doesn't, which means I can also use healing on myself. Let me just hit this with a big fireball first, though. And then I'll fight you over here. Let's block. 1, 2, smash, run away, counter. Okay, run away, defend. 1, 2, smash. There's another one, are you kidding me? Alright, that's a little dangerous, so let's use heal. Wait, did it aggro on me? No. Okay. Lightning bolt into smash. Run back. Lightning bolt. Alright, we've got a good loop going. Cool. Cleared. I did it somehow. Phew, I was so scared. You should have left. You almost got yourself killed because of me, dummy. I couldn't leave you here. This place is super dark and scary, and I'm too afraid to be left alone. You should have said something if you're sick. Who's the real dummy now? Over to the other boy. Anyway, I think they know they got out. That's the problem. What do we do? They've set the hounds after us too. They must be really, really mad. We need to hide somewhere for now. They'll never quit. They're gonna tear this place apart to find us.
And we stole that dagger and all the food.
But if we hide really well...
Never mind. If all else fails, at least you.
Huh? Me?
No, it's nothing. This place is awfully cold. Let's hurry inside.
The shivering boy changes the subject and hurriedly pushes through the door. The room is dark and musty. It's a closed room. It's really dark and damp in here. I hate this.
Look over there. That wardrobe. It's big enough for us to hide in.
A wardrobe with creaky door stands against the wall on the opposite side.
Maybe they won't find us if we hide in there?
Oh yeah, that looks big enough for both of us to hide in. Let's go.
You go first. I'll be right behind you.
An angry commotion can be heard outside.
They even made it to the garden, those little rats! Find them! They're just kids, they can't go far!
All the days for this to happen with that deal going on. What now? They followed us here! Hurry on! Inside, go hide! What are you doing? You're gonna get caught!
The hounds will pick up the scent. We can't both hide together. There's a latch on the door. It should hold for a while.
What are you thinking?
Give me that! I'm gonna need it more than you. Alright, go further in. Go!
Wait! What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? You're crazy! Totally crazy! We're supposed to get out of here together!
I'm gonna draw their attention and come right back. Someone has to do it.
Liar! Do you really expect me to believe that right now? The boy pushes the girl inside the closet and slams it shut, then fashions the rickety-looking latch.
I swear I'll be right back. I promise.
What happens next? That promise. You swear? You promise?
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
But afterwards, the air became scorching hot. People were screaming, and I kept waiting. I kept waiting for him to come back.
Here! Over here! There's still survivors over here!
Sweetie, are you okay? Get out of there! Don't breathe in the smoke! Hi. You must have been so scared all by yourself. It's okay. You're safe now. Take my hand. But my friend... Are you okay? Everything's gonna be fine now. What's your name, sweetie? My name is... Marlene. My head feels like it's splitting open. Why do I keep dreaming these old memories? There's something here I'm definitely having trouble remembering. Enough. I've seen enough. No more. I'm sorry. It's just all so confusing. I can see these hazy memories from my childhood so clearly in my dreams, even though I remember that day being the worst day of my life. I've tried so desperately for so long to forget it. A part of me wants to just shake myself awake. There's another part of me that's filled with a lurid curiosity about what happened, and all these nights of pure rest are starting to make themselves felt in my daily life. That child helped me, I'm certain of it, but for some reason, even though we were practically joined at the hip back then, I can't remember their face. Of course, they probably died in the fire, just like everyone else. I've searched before for anyone else who might have survived. I never found anyone, though. I've tried to bury everything from the past, to leave behind everything but my name. Still, I keep feeling like my past hangs over me, like a shadow only I can see. The fact is, that child saved my life. Without their help, I'd have ended up just one more casualty, burned up like the rest. I wandered through life after that, and eventually ended up with a mercenary band. But even then, I never felt like my life held any meaning, hope, or value. It felt like a gray, interminable existence. That is, until I met Anderson Ireland, and you. The tension in her serene blue eyes seems to soften, then slowly her expression seems to lighten. With everything I've been through, it helped me take a clear-eyed view of life. I want to become someone people can trust and rely on. That's the hope that kept me going through it all. I want to be someone who can help others, who can save others, just like that child who saved me all those years ago. It's the least I can do to repay those who helped me become who I am today. There's one thing that bothers me, though. That friend I've seen again in my dreams. Well, don't really pay it any mind. Jumping to conclusions leaves one liable to land on the wrong foot. I heard Lily say that once, and it's stuck with me, and yet to be nettled by minutiae and insignificant details. She firmly shakes her head as though trying to shake her inner turmoil from her thoughts. It's times like these that require an especially clear mind. To be honest, I haven't been able to talk with anyone about this, especially with Their Majesty's condition being so precarious. Thank you for listening to me ramble, Dream. I feel as if a weight has been lifted. Honestly, I've come to depend on you quite a bit. It always makes me embarrassed to call myself a bodyguard. According to Evan at the town office, the residents of Dunbarton haven't been able to get a restful night's sleep for some time either. What could be causing these strange nightmares? There's no time to waste. Let's head to our next destination, Telteen. Despite her weariness, she begins marching out of town with a determined mien, her eyes fixed on the road. I have a sneaking suspicion that someone is subjecting people to these nightmares on purpose, so as to wear them down. For now, I'll travel to Telteen with Marlede. On to the next location. Apocalypse is such a good story. That looks like Pierrick location? God, I haven't seen Pierrick in years. I wonder if he still looks slightly off. Hello. This beautiful boy sports a large feather plume hat and a dressy purple suit. Starship head on his perfect pearly skin glitters in the sun. Oh my! Who do we have here? Why, it's Marlede! How have you been, Pierrick? I do believe this is the first time I've seen you since I left Telteen. It is indeed! Ha ha! We should meet up more often. His pleasant voice is full of mirth and mischief. Pierre continues speaking while he fiddles with a feather on his hat. How are things at the royal castle, with those giant moonstones falling out of the sky and all? Goodness, I've had some close scrapes myself. I'm lucky that Burchett was there when he was. Everyone must be so busy. Even Andrus from headquarters has been sweating bullets over all the work. Andrus? Well, I suppose it has to be a handful dealing with the mess the stones left behind. Sure, there's that, but no one seems to want to leave their homes either. You'd be shocked how many depressed residents have holed up at home. If this keeps up, I might even have to close the general shop. Oh no, they're avoiding going out in public? Yes, that's right. The sky isn't falling anymore, but people are still nervous, I guess. Not that everyone's really much safer at home, but I suppose it's comforting. Oh, and I don't know if you've heard, but just between you and me, a lot of children are scared to death that something from the Northeast Graveyard is coming to get them. Children are being kidnapped? What kind of animal would do such a thing? No, Marlede, listen to me. No one is actually kidnapping children. The children are just talking in their sleep. In their sleep! What? Sleep talk? I'm telling you! The townspeople are so worried that they've gone to check several times, myself included, and there's nothing there. The children are just having an awful time sleeping. I mean, it's easy to see why. I'd be scared myself. Just think about a dream. Pierre lowers his voice and starts narrating a scene in a dramatic fashion. It's the middle of a bleak and dreary night. You're walking through the town's graveyard alone when you hear the sound of trundling footsteps behind you. You hear a gulp. You realize that Marlede is fully immersed in Pierre's tale. You don't want to see what it could be, but you can't bear to not take a peek. You slowly turn your head and you lock eyes with a creaky animated doll. Boo! The moment I take a guess, Pierre bellows loudly to try and scare you. Wow, you don't scare easily, do you? Good for you, Jane. Brenda almost jumped out of her skin. Seems like Marlede was more scared than I was. I just need to keep listening to his story. Anyway, apparently a boogeyman of some sort keeps showing up in their dreams. Those poor kids, they must be so frightened. Here's what I think. I don't think it's a coincidence that these children are having the dreams. He looks slyly over the path on the left and flashes a big dream as if nothing happened. Those folks over at the elf headquarters have been awfully busy lately. They're sending owls all over with extremely serious looks on their faces. But that's not the only strange thing. They've been getting real cozy with people from the giant headquarters going on walks outside town. Is that right? I'm surprised to hear that. They're usually like cats and dogs.
Maybe they decided on a truce to keep the peace because of the Moonstone incident.
I'm sure that's what the little children saw before their imaginations got away from them. Some big, scary giant and a little elf.
Other than the children, how are things? I'd like to know how the adults are faring. That includes you too, Pierrick. The royal castle is checking in on the state of each town.
Let's see, I've got a spot of insomnia, but... Pierrick places one hand on his hip and mulls over his thoughts. You can't help but notice the star-shaped hand on his face every time he blinks. With all these kids hurting, the grown-ups kind of have to put on a brave face, you know? I'm sure things will get better with time. They always do. Before you know it, the villagers will start shopping at the general shop again, too. That's right, no doubt about it.
I see. That's good to hear, Pierrick. I'm starting to think the townsfolk are very lucky to have such a bright, sunny presence like you in their lives.
Oh, Marley, don't tell me you're just realizing that now. Just don't fall in love with me. Remember, Brenda's the only one for me.
Of course, I'm well aware. You can sense mirth in her words. Marley gets closer to him and whispers so that only you can hear her. You notice that her eyes still look gaunt. It's the same here in Teltine. The only notable difference is that the children seem to be especially affected. Pierrick is trying to hide it, but I'm sure the adults are suffering too. We've checked in on all the towns Her Majesty commanded us to, but I would like to take out one more place, Tir-Canal. They're maybe not an official part of the kingdom, but the Moonstones harm them all the same. It would be heartless to neglect paying them a visit. Also, part of me wonders if Her Majesty was unable to give me an official order because people were watching. I would rather not. But I guess we should. About you? I'm certain that Iron would have wanted the same thing. I smell an agreement at Marlene. I knew you'd agree. Well then, I see no reason to hesitate. Shall we get on our way? I don't want to keep Her Majesty waiting for too long, so let's try to make this visit a quick one. The sight of her striding off towards Tir-Canal fills me with confidence. Let's stop by and see what the townspeople there have to say. Sorry, I just felt like making random tail noises. I really like the instrumental for Tyr. A girl in a neat green apron leans out to get a better look at her surroundings. Her hands work busily at various tasks, always moving, always jingling the cross-shaped earrings in her honey blonde hair. Oh my, Dreamslayer, how nice to see you! How fortuitous. I heard you helped Dean. Everyone's been talking about it. This is quite the small town, you know. Let's see, who's that with you? I don't believe we've met. That Mark. Nora fixes her gaze on the red insignia on Marley's armor. What brings a dignitary of the royal court all the way out here? Greetings, I'm Marlede from the royal court of Islelek. I'm sure that you still remember the recent disaster with the Moonstones. It's come to our attention that Tir-Canal sustained significant damage. Though things have calmed down for the time being, we're here to check on the region's well-being. Is there anything you're in need of? Any kind of assistance or supplies? I appreciate the thought, but we're fine. The people of this town have always taken care of ourselves just fine. There's a slight barb to Nora's words. Marlede is taken aback. If I have offended you, I certainly didn't intend to. We're not here to overstep any boundaries. Her Majesty fully recognizes the independence and autonomy of Tir-Canal. Sorry. That's not what this is about. Oops, there I go again. I don't know what's gotten into me lately. Please accept my apologies. Is there a problem? As an innkeeper who's supposed to help people relax and recuperate, I'm disappointed in myself. I'm really very, very sorry. I don't know why I'm so irritated lately. Been especially curt with outsiders recently. I'll probably get another earful from Pyrrhus. Her dyke green eyes start pooling with shame. Got into this business because I loved getting to meet and talk to new people. I don't know when this started, but nowadays I can't bear to deal with strangers. With the recent sickness that swept through the town and given those big chunks of moonstones falling out of the sky, ever since then the most terrible things have been happening at night. Oh, in my dreams, I mean. Your dreams? Yes, a horde of outsiders appeared out of nowhere and surrounded our town. They're shrouded in dark hoods that obscured their faces.
I tried to hear in their eyes hoods out of curiosity. In their eyes? There were none? Nora lets out a heavy, exasperated sigh. I'm trying not to let it get to me, but I notice myself getting scared more easily. Stupid, right? Getting so upset over a little dream. That's right. The lodges in their inn haven't had a good night's sleep in a while either. Most of them wake up in a cold sweat at night. Some even ask to change rooms. Can you think of any particular reason why this might be happening? No way! My inn might be small, but it's a clean, cozy establishment. Take a look at how peaceful this area is. But now that I think about it, hardly any of the recent lodgers have kept neat or been at ease either. I'm starting to think that everyone's been losing a lot of sleep over everything that's happened recently. Right before you showed up with your friend, a little girl just bolted out of here. Maybe you ran into her? Staring into space, Nora taps her nose while she ponders. Right away I could tell she was a Mauritian like you. Something about her dark hair and those clothes of hers. I remember because the woman she was with was a striking beauty. I just realized something. That woman didn't seem like a Mauritian. I thought they made kind of an odd pair. Is the Mauritian Nora's talking about? Ari, you seem to have an idea who this is. I'll stay and discuss this in further detail with Nora. She said the girl just left. I'm sure she couldn't have gone far. I'm the one who suggested we come here in the first place. You should leave this to me and go ahead. Aw, are you leaving? See you again soon. I nod and wave to Marlene. The Mauritian that Nora mentioned must be Tani. She must be in Tyr right now. I should try to find her in person. Let's go look for her. Oh, Tani is somewhere. Meow. Okay. Let's see. Where might Tani be? I'm expecting her to be like in the graveyard. I didn't really look over it carefully. Maybe she's over here somewhere. Maybe over here? I don't see Tani. Does anyone know where she is? Let's see. Someone said near the river. I don't see a river. I don't see one near the river though. I'm so confused. Okay, let me check the wiki. So the wiki says that she is... Wait, the wiki says she's northeast of the graveyard near the river, sitting near a broken wall. I see someone. Eleanor girl. Hi. Do you happen to know where she might be? Also, didn't I originally have Eleanor Girl as a friend at some point? Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'll like go over here and see if I can maybe. Was I? Because I'm expecting if I like follow the river, I'll eventually see her. Unless she's like, because there's only one river in here, right? Like this big old river here. Because there's Dan. Oh. There's... like, I'm getting wolves, but I'm not getting Tani. Hi Kivori, how are you? Thank you for coming by. I appreciate your time. I am currently looking for Tani, and I can't find her. It's part of G24. I've been voice acting G24 for a little bit. And it says Tani is by the river, but I can't find her. Oh, look, there's a giant here. She's pretty. Hello! Lack all sleep. What a fitting name considering the generation that I'm doing. Everyone is lacking sleep, including me. Wait, what do you mean NPC search? Like, I'm looking at my mini-map to see like if a green face pops up, because that would be like where the NPC indicator would be. Because clearly she's not here. How do you do NPC search? Oh, I see. I didn't know that you could do that. Today I learned. Thank you for showing me that. That's cool. But, she's not on the list, so it doesn't work. Yeah, but I have to talk to her. Like, my generation requires it. Why isn't she here? No, like the quest specifically says like she's an NPC, like she is somewhere, like I have to go find her. And the wiki said like she would be in the graveyard. Like wait, is that Endelian? Yeah, it's Endelian. And the wiki said like she is over by the graveyard, so like because I just finished talking to Nora. Yeah, the wiki's like, oh, she's sitting near the river near a broken wall, and I'm like, what broken wall? Like hear me? Wait, no, wait, that's Fergus. That's Price. That's Brenda. So like what I'm doing is I'm just like following the river and seeing if like the green, like, hi, there's an NPC here, pops up. Cause see, like, it pops up here. It's like, that's Fergus, that's Marley, that's Nora, that's Price. Price just happens to be here. Hi, Price. Okay. So yeah. And that's the shepherd. And you see, like, out here I can't land or anything. Like, there's no one out here. This is so confusing. Like, do I need to change channel maybe? Does she, like, is it bugged? This is so weird. Like, I've never struggled this much with just finding an NPC before. Because especially, like, northeast of the graveyard, like, that alone would usually be enough information. But as you can see clearly, this is not the way. Child, why are you like this? Who has made you this way? Who has wronged you? Why have you made this so difficult? I can't find Tani. Despair. Okay. Like, I'm so confused. Cause like, where is this broken wall? Like, even looking at the wiki, I don't see like where she is. She's not here. I thought she might be in the dungeon. Okay, so it says northeast of the graveyard, near a river, seen by a broken wall. Someone help! And like, looking at all the NPCs in the whole list, like, I don't see her, like, at all. I am utterly confused. Is it like, maybe I have to be on foot and like she's not actually on the map, but like there's like a context sensitive like spot? Because if so, that's gonna be very frustrating. Because there's only so many places that northeast can be, you know? Because like, I'm assuming like these like little there she is. I found her. Hi, who are you? This is my first time here. Maybe. I might have been here before. And you too, right? She seems to recognize me, but keeps on rambling with a vacant expression. I can remember that. I was also told of a strange path that leads from here. I was talking to someone else, and then I tried to leave. Without missing a beat, she breathlessly continues, her voice barely above a whisper. And then snap, something broke. Oh yeah. Then the owl stopped coming and I couldn't leave. I don't think it was like this in the beginning. Why was I here? Why? Her condition is concerning. She said to think back to the beginning, but there's nothing there. I thought things would be different if I came here. Telling you my story was supposed to help me remember, but that didn't work either! Why am I here? Why? Oh dear, the poor thing seems to be more confused than ever. I was certain there was no one else here a moment ago, but then I hear a woman's voice nearby. Hi, Father. I'm not particularly fond of having to hike across the wilderness. But you? Her sumptuous velvet dress drapes down her tall, slim body. The glow of her snake-like eyes contrasts sharply against her dark skin. The long hair curling around her shoulder is of a familiar color. A Militian and another Militian. Since my dear commander's absence, I had to come fetch her myself. What a delightful surprise to find you here as well. This woman is the same person described in Tani's letters. She's obviously from the Order of the Black Moon. There's no need to be so guarded against me. Currently, I have absolutely no intention of doing you any harm. Also, isn't it a bit rude to immediately jump to violence? I'm nothing like Bimnek or Sethel in Militian. Oh dear, this isn't fair at all, huh? I already know a little about you, Militian. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Fadla. I've been granted the privilege of wearing his black wings. Her pleasant, dignified demeanor gives off no signs of hostilities. Still, it's clear that this conversation isn't necessarily an amicable one. Marley needs to know about this. You wouldn't really try to bring anyone else into the mix now, would you? No sudden movements, please. I'm simply here to collect my companion. Now, seeing this nothing happened would be a lie, of course, but I truly have no interest in getting involved in a scrap with you right now. Time to go, little one. You've had more than enough time to go over your thoughts. Tenny lifts her head and wordlessly looks up into Fadla's face, then she slowly nods in agreement. Well, seeing as how I have her consent, we must be on our way. It's not yet time for us to meet, you see. She gives me a satisfied smile and extends her hand to Tani. Stop her. I plant myself firmly in between her and Tani, raise my weapon, and prepare for a fight. Oh dear. This is awkward. I had a feeling you wouldn't back down without a fight. Dapper asked me not to push myself. But you leave me no choice. Resigned, she faces me directly and her amber-hued eyes start to shine. Then... Whoop! Whoa, what is this? Starting from the tips of my toes, a debilitating feeling of helplessness spreads throughout my body. The cessation worded, forget this, Militian. Bury this. Bury it deep within your memories. It's not important that your path crossed mine. I would have preferred not to use my powers. It puts a heavy strain on my body. We'll meet again when the time is right. I start to sink into the depths of a deep darkness. You and you will bring to me. Now, shall we go, child? Until we meet again, Militian. The hollow sound of her soft voice echoes and fades into the darkness. Back to Marley. I can't remember why I came here. My head is throbbing for some reason. I was here for something, and I can't remember what it was. Dream, where were you? You surprised me disappearing like that. I mean, one moment you were there, chatting with me and Nora here, and then... Marley cocks her head and gives me a questioning stare. I'm not sure what to make of it, but my mind feels sluggish. Well, you're here now, and that's what matters. I had the chance to speak with several lovers while you were gone. As we expected, the situation in Tir Kanal isn't much different. We need to report back to the Queen at once. What with our trip taking longer than we planned, I'm sure she's begun to worry. Not to mention, I'm anxious to find out whether she's managed to recover. Nora, I'm sure our visit was so short, but I appreciate you sharing your insight with us. Thank you. Oh, think nothing of it. And sorry again for being kinda standoffish at first. After all, even without the whole threat to the kingdom part, we want to put this mess behind us and get a good night's sleep, right? I shake hands with Nora, bidding her farewell. Now it's time to return to the royal castle with my lead. Neglected patterns. Ooh, spoopy. Glittering Violetta slowly scanned the royal castle garden. You follow her gaze and realize that she's focused on the massive moonstone pattern. Dreamslayer, I trust that Marlene delivered my message. I'm sorry about before. I ended up causing quite the uproar. I'm fine now. Her experience is still undeniably gaunt and her voice is hoarse. In spite of it all, the voice that rings from her small frame is sharp and clear. Marlene, how did your tour of the towns with the Dreamslayer go? Is it as we feared? Unfortunately, yes, Your Majesty. The people of the royal castle aren't the only ones who've been affected. We've spoken to countless people, young and old, men and women. They're all suffering from nightmares. Thinking back on it now, even when I spoke with Admiral Owen in Belvast, he seemed troubled and unsteady. I'm certain that Belvast is suffering as well. I'm ashamed to say we have no clue what the cause is. So that's how it is. We've just dealt with the fallen moonstones, and now we have to deal with these nightmares. Could the Order of the Black Moon also be responsible for this? The proximity of these incidents is suspicious, to say the least. Think of the fever and the flood that swept through our kingdom. We were blindsided then, too, and we're still dealing with the aftermath. Something is definitely afoot. By my reckoning, the time between each catastrophe is getting shorter and shorter, and that's not all. Irene pauses and folds her arm as she looks distressed. While the two of you were away, I received new information from a trustworthy source. The details are concerning, to say the least. The nightmares are concerning too, but since we don't know what's causing them, I think it's time I told you about the other matter. Another matter? What's happened now? Was there an intruder while I was gone? No, goodness no. Since I fell ill, you've started worrying too much. The matter is... Well, speak of the devil. Irene looks towards the royal castle and smells. Someone is running at full speed from the castle gates. Hi, Brown. Oh, Your Majesty. I've just finished summarizing the information you requested. Miss Marlene? Dreamslayer? This is the first time I've seen him since he was gravely injured at Toy Ravines. He seems quite happy to see me. Piran, I heard you were injured. How are you feeling? Goodness, you must have given everyone quite a scare. Think of how worried your family would have been. Actually, come to think of it, how did you get here from Belvast? I would have thought you'd make that long of a trip alone. Oh, did Ari's friends travel with you? Miss Marlene, one question at a time. Marlene, let him breathe. It's not as though he sought out to get injured, and traveling from Belvast to here is not a rough journey. With all due respect, Your Majesty, of the people I know, the one most likely to get lost on any trip, long or short, would definitely be Piran. Miss Marlene, that's so mean. For a second, my gaze meets his. I have so much I'd like to ask him, but right now it doesn't seem like the right time. He hasn't been at the royal castle that long. He received treatment for his injuries in Belvast. I figured I'd notify the two of you later since you had your hands full. I can't tell you how much Lizardo dotes on him. He's very proud of how he gets things done in spite of his current condition. Oh, you flatter me, Your Majesty. Anyway, about what you requested. We received a message from the Kua base camp about something similar. Something similar? Does it have anything to do with what you were speaking of before? It does. In fact, there's something that's been weighing on my mind for some time now. Irwin clears her throat briefly from her chin before continuing. It's area. This continent hasn't been spared either. Not from the Moonstones, and probably not from these nightmares. Correct me if I'm wrong, but during the last flood, an elf and Jen were officially inducted into the expeditionary force, right? I've been so distracted by everything else, on top of too many nights on too little sleep, that I've only just remembered. Anyway, to get to the point, I think we've neglected Iria for too long. The names are Muriel and Bater, if I recall. After they came all the way to the royal castle to offer their assistance, I'm embarrassed that I forgot to inquire about their well-being. I mentioned that before Iria suffered some of the worst damage. Someone by the name of Alexina went through a lot of trouble trying to resupply her expedition. It's unlikely that any areas have been wholly spared from the damage of the fallen moonstones. I have no doubt that Iria has suffered as much as we have. In fact, while you were away, the royal alchemists have been developing a theory on the matter. Erwin scans our surroundings and then speaks in a quiet, even tone. If you look at the timing of events, the nightmare started spreading right around the time the moonstone started to fall.
Begging your pardon, but what are you implying? Are you saying you found a connection between the moonstones and the nightmares?
I don't claim to fully understand the nature of the correlation myself, nor do I fully believe the theories of the alchemists. However, I do think they've seized upon an important point. We've all been entirely preoccupied by the scourge of moonstones, making it easy to believe we were simply losing sleep because of all the chaos.
And in your case, Your Majesty, the timing lines up with your own trouble sleeping.
That's right. That's why I want you to meet with the Elven and Giant leaders, inquire as to their well-being, and share theories with them to see if they can help us uncover the root cause. And since it was an oversight on my part for not checking in on them sooner, I want the expeditionary force to travel to Iria post-haste and do as I have commanded.
But, Your Majesty, that means you'll be left alone at the royal castle. Are you sure?
I told you, I'm fine. I've been addled by these nightmares for so long that I'm actually starting to get used to them. Also, the impending realities of our situation are much more dire than any nightmare.
Perrin fumbles awkwardly, breaking the long silence. Will I be coming along too? I know I've said it before, but I don't know if I'll be of much help. Even before, when I tagged along, it wasn't all that helpful. In fact, I fainted like a fool and made things worse.
Perrin, haven't I told you to stop being so critical of yourself? You haven't forgotten Her Majesty's words, have you? I'd be exceedingly disappointed if you neglected her advice.
Oh, yeah, of course I remember.
Don't be so hard on him, Marlene. From what I understand, his injuries took quite a toll on him. He seems to be missing bits and pieces of his memories.
Oh, you didn't have to bring that up. It's okay. If I keep trying, I might be able to get those memories back. You never know.
Visibly distraught, his eyes start to quiver. His anxious demeanor leads me to wonder whether he lost his memory of what happened in the ravine when he gained consciousness. In any event, I trust that you will do your best to lead the expeditionary force, Dream.
Understood, Your Majesty. We'll make for Iria straight away and visit the Elven and Giant towns to discuss the matters you've shared with us.
Good. Focus your attention on the continent of Iria. Dream, you will play a significant part in this effort through your role as the leader of the expeditionary force. I'd also like you to discover whether the people there are suffering from the same sorts of nightmares we have. The more we find in common, the faster we'll be able to find the root cause. And hopefully a solution. Also, be sure to stop by the Quilla Base camp and core on your way to Iria. We need to cover all our bases. I don't want to give those pesky aristocrats any foothold they could use to lodge a complaint. I give her an understanding nod. Alright, off with thee then. To Killa. Technically, if we're going to go inside Killa, I think the fastest is actually using Comp Warp instead of warping with the tunnel. Where is Continent Warp? I haven't used it in years. Okay. Mika. Hey. Let me talk to you. Its clean nails are perfectly polished and glowing, and his meticulously oiled armor smells of strong cologne. Between his saucy lips and cocky smirk flows a stream of effortlessly formed words that seem to jump out of his lips.
Dreamslayer, what are you doing here, and who are your friends?
Greetings, we're... Marley carefully explains the situation to Mika. Perrin meanwhile is busy gawking at the expeditionary camp.
Well, I think I've more or less got it. Our leader's been having a hard time lately. Oh, I mean Alexine over here.
Nika speaks rapidly to explain everything to the confused group.
I don't see any leftover moonstone fragments lying around. It must have been a pain to clear them all out. Well, it wasn't easy, that's for sure, let me tell you. When those things were falling from the sky, it was complete chaos. Our leader was worried some of our most precious artifacts might get damaged. Meanwhile, Effie and Athena suffered some minor injuries. Thanks to Healford, however, we were able to avoid any real catastrophes. It's a pain dealing with all the jagged rubble, and now the wildlife is getting ornery. They keep trying to breach the walls. Phew, and the repairs aren't even done yet. Wait, didn't you say that the Queen sent you to help? In a manner of speaking, yes. First, we need to assess the situation. Then... Oh, come on! If you listen to our leader, she'll tell you that we need all kinds of supplies, but that's nonsense. What we really need is a small favor. All we really need is a hand patch in the walls.
Gives a hearty laugh as he points out the damaged walls.
So you'd like us to help repair the walls?
We just need help sourcing the materials. I'll do the actual repairs. In the meantime, I'll take a little break. My back is killing me.
You're quite the conversationalist. You'd fit in well in a royal ballroom.
The request here isn't exactly a difficult one. I suggest we handle this quickly and move on to our next destination.
Okay, I'll talk to the expedition members and see if anything strange is going on here.
Feels like Nika tricked the group into fulfilling his request. As the leader of the expeditionary force, I don't feel right not offering them my help. I'm representing Erwin after all, and better gather some of the materials he needs. Deliver 10 wood buds.
Whoa, we got them already? I knew you'd come through. You were definitely the right person for the job.
Nika accepts the wood boards from me with a huge grin.
Thanks. Phew. Best to get a bit to fixing. You're always giving me grief for being so weak, and yet you're making quite a spectacle of a little manual labor.
The voice is soft, but there's an edge to it. I turn to see Helfrin staring at Nika. Smooth custard-colored hair falls on the nape of his neck, while his deep pensive eyes seem like a mysterious well holding something within. The green stole hanging over his narrow shoulders looks faded and bleached from the sun.
Dream, thank you so much for your help. Please accept my gratitude on Nika's behalf. I'm sorry he keeps groveling and begging for help. It's embarrassing, really. Come on, I said thank you, didn't I? Don't make me the bad guy over here. You've been a real pill lately. Have I? Well, you haven't said anything of it until now, so I guess it wasn't a big deal.
Two of them start bickering. Alright, break it up, you two.
You keep putting her into difficult positions. Was this simple task really too much for you? You really couldn't have handled it yourself? So what? The Royal Council sends someone to help us and I'm supposed to just say no?
My efforts to defuse the situation have had no effect.
Forget it. Just go back inside and try to get some rest. I bet you haven't had a moment to yourself since tending to Athena, right?
Hilfrin's expression stiffens and he suddenly whips around to rifle through the stacks of herbs behind him. Nikki gives him an annoyed look.
Oh, sorry about that, Ari. It's not that serious. Hilfrin and I normally get along pretty well. You know that, right? If you really think about it, I'm the reason he's out here. We've known each other for almost 20 years now. He's been acting a little strange lately. He's always irritated. It's not like him.
Nika sighs heavily and shakes his head.
It's like I don't know him anymore. But why has he changed? Is it something I did? I get it. Everyone's been a little on edge. I've been talking with explorers lately, and they say that the locals are dealing with some weirdness too.
By the locals, you mean the elves and giants?
Yeah, the giants have even put a partial ban on exports from Vales. First I thought it was just their chief being grumpy, but now the elves are acting strangely too. Seems they have stockpiled enough supplies to hold out for months. What are they up to? It's gotta be hurting their munchies. Could there be more to this? Anyway, thanks for the favor. I'm gonna get back to fixing the walls. Everyone else is already in such a funk. Gotta keep my spirits up, you know what I mean?
Nika gives Hilfrin an uncertain look, then scratches his head in frustration. He shakes his head and turns back to his work.
The person I spoke to at the bank said those two were very close, but they aren't exactly on good terms right now. That healer Hilfrin, he was awfully agitated. The people here must be suffering from the same nightmares.
That probably explains why all the expedition members are so moody.
If the rumors are this alarming, the truth is certain to be worse. We need to check this out in person. Let's stop by Philia first.
Off we go. Philia. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. I forgot to do all of my power leveling before stream today. I was too tired to do it yesterday, and I had a lot of time. Okay, here we are. The straight bangs that hang over her eyebrows are quietly blowing in the light breeze that's flowing through the air. She continues chatting with Muriel, a mild smile on her face. They're not exactly common or easy to find, but you hear of people coming upon them in the desert once in a while. Oh, that's too bad. I've never seen anything like it before. What's this? It's you! And you've brought a friend. It's good to see you. How long has it been, anyway? She focuses her bright, welcoming eyes on she sees Scoots closer. You must be overwhelmed with everything going on. I've been keeping you in my thoughts through all this. I'm so pleased to see you looking so hale and hearty. Muriel, it must have been a good omen, just as you said. I guess so, seeing a friendly face like this. You see, I saw something a little unusual in the desert a few days ago. This sounds familiar for some reason. This is gonna shock you. Are you ready? It was a cactus lizard with 5 specks on its tail. How did you know? You must have seen one on your way here, or have I already told you about this before? Before I can explain, Prawn interjects. I didn't even know lizards could have spiked tails. How fascinating. Right? I've never seen anything like it before. By the way, it's Prawn, right? What a surprise to see you here, and Marley too. Come to think of it, this is the entire Ulat Expeditionary Force, isn't it? This doesn't seem like a social visit. What's going on? Has there been another strange incident, Dream? The pleasantries suddenly stop and a palpable tension fills the air. Flustered, Marlene continues. Well, we saw all the damage from the moonstones on the way into town. It's not easy to recover from such a disaster. As your allies, we should have checked in earlier. I'm afraid we were busy with our own problems. Now we're investigating strange incidents in the aftermath of the crisis. We're here to figure out what's causing them and discuss solutions in the event you've been experiencing similar incidents here. Strange incidents. Strange, you say? Let's see. Seems like they're holding something back. They peer at me cautiously. I'm sorry, but there really isn't much to tell. The moonstones took a toll on us, both physically and emotionally. I can't say that anything that strange has happened since, all things considered. So, nobody's had trouble sleeping at night? There really is nothing out of the ordinary here? That's good news! Does this mean that all is not well in the human kingdom? Maybe if you were more specific about what you're looking for. We aren't trying to hide anything if that's what you're suggesting. It seems many of our citizens have suffered from nightmares since the moonstones fell. Nightmares, you say? Yes, we didn't notice at first, but the timing can't be a coincidence. The Order of the Black Moon was behind the moonstones. We can't rule out that this isn't another one of their plots. Ah, the Order of the Black Moon, of course. I see. Unfortunately, I don't think we can tell you anything helpful. So, the elves are fine then? Most of our people are losing sleep, you see. Maybe you should talk to Castanea, Dream. Muriel? I'm sure someone as wise as Castanea could help you find anything you might have missed. I can be your guide. We're all part of the same expeditionary force after all. Fine. I have no right to stop you, but be prepared for the consequences of your actions. Thank you, Muriel. Alright, allow me to take you to the chief's house. As for you two, I'm afraid you'll have to stay here. I'm sorry to say it, but the town isn't, very welcoming to visitors and outsiders right now. The recent crisis is fresh on our minds, you see. Oh, I guess Miss Merle and I will just wait here then. Merle gives me and Marielle a perplexed look, blinks, and then offers up a brief smile. I understand. If this is your decision, I will abide it. This is your town, after all. See you soon. I'll trust that you'll relay Her Majesty's message. I'll be waiting here with Perron. Thank you for understanding, Marlene. Okay, shall we, Jane? We nod and start towards the chief house. As we walk, she whispers to me. I need to tell you something before you see Castanea, privately. Okay. Let's go. Whoop. Fast fine. Okay. She scans the area to make sure no one is within earshot. Dream, I couldn't tell you this with other people around before. Listen to me. Don't speak, just listen. I don't want to attract the attention of the guards. Okay, so Castaneda has told several people something, rather unthinkable. That's what's gotten Mil so worked up. I didn't want to believe any of it. Not about you, not about Marlene. I simply can't believe you would ever do something so terrible. You said something about nightmares, right? Well, they've been happening in our town, too. I've been having them myself. I keep trying to figure out what they mean, and all the while knowing that only a few people know what happened. Let's listen to what she has to say. I wanted to speak to you before meeting with Castanea. I want to be able to talk with her with certainty when I do. She quietly begins her story, pain apparent on her face. What is this place? I'm in the middle of the desert? Strange. The last thing I remember is getting scolded at the chief's house, then leaving to go home. I don't know what's going on here, but I have to get back to town. I can't afford to get lost again. Castanea has been warning everyone not to stray too far from town, too. I can't stay here like this. A sandstorm could hit at any minute. Let's take a look at what I have in my bag first. Good. I knew all these potions would come in handy. And I have handmade arrows from meals. Hoo-hoo! This is the spring water Dream gave me. It might be a long, thirsty walk back to town. I'll keep it safe, so I'll have it when I need it. Eh? Did I just see something glittering? What could be glittering in a desert? An oasis? That might have been light reflecting off the water's surface. Thank goodness, I'm gonna need more water for the trip back to town. Better check it out. What does she have? Oh, she has very good potions. I doubt ooh, she has Final Shot. I've never used Final Shot before. And lots of finest arrows. What the? Aww, it wasn't an oasis. Was it just the sand? Huh? Wait, why does it feel like the winds are picking up? My feet! I'm getting sucked down into the sand! No, I need help. No way. Am I gonna get buried like before? No! Anthel. Welcome to Anthel. Enjoy your stay. Ow. If it wasn't for that soft patch of fine sand, I'd have been done for. Anyhow, where am I? It's dark and strangely... Ugh, jeez, did I just fall into an ant pit? So hard to breathe down here for some reason, and I feel a chill running all over me. This isn't good. I've got to get out of here and fast. If I stay here, it's gonna bring back some bad memories, and I don't want that at all. Huh? There's a ball of light up ahead. What in the... maybe it's showing me the way? I should follow it. Oh no, this is timed. Oh, oh, that is thunder. Pain pickle! Her. Let me shoot you. Okay. Oh god, it's behind me. I saw something glitter again. Navigate it out. Scoop, scoop, loop, 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 loop. touched it, but where did it go? Okay, it's over here. Okay, it would be over here. Oh! I can see the entirety of Anthill. Neat. It's a rare opportunity to see the entire map of Anthill. I wonder if this is like how the wiki got their map. It's kind of cool. Anthill looks freaking huge. Okay. Yes. Support shot because you're. I was trying to support shot because I knew it was. Okay. You, I need to hide from. There. Okay. I just saw something glitter again. Hopefully I don't time out. That would be scary. I should use final shot on the next one. I'm expecting there to be a boss or something. Kabooba? Why are there barrier spikes down here? Okay. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, it's over here. Anthill was like actually scary. When it's like with this music and like it being like your death is approaching. I don't know how generous this timer is. Expecting there to be like a big fight here. Oh no, get away from me! Take that here! I sprayed some spirit spring water in my panic. Oh, it really worked? Oh, thank goodness, I'm so relieved. My legs are shaking. Thank you, Dream, wherever you are. I'd be done for if it wasn't for this. I'll have to remember to thank them personally once I get out of here. Alright, let's rally and try to find a way out. Anthill is scary. Team Pickle. I like those. Okay. Wait, where's the blue light? Can I just leave? Maybe I can just leave. Okay. Good, I can just leave. Oh! Success! Let's... Ooh, this looks like the right way. Quest objectives completed. Okay. Muriel waits for me to react before letting a small smile break out. I'm relieved to know my expectations weren't misplaced. I knew it. The chief has to be mistaken. Has to be a misunderstanding. Otherwise, you wouldn't look so distraught, Jane. She smiles brightly as to try and raise my spirits. It feels reassuring. Look over there at the chief's house. See what happened? Marley had said that there's damage all across all the lot, but here, the chief's house, our weapon shop, the bank, so many direct hits. You can surely imagine how furious Captain Mikey was. He witnessed the very place he's supposed to protect. Destroyed. The town is convinced that someone caused this disaster. Our leaders are more than happy to spread this belief. It's all the more reason to be patient and to try to work things out. We need to solve any misunderstandings and reach a point of agreement. But of course, the elders are not so interested in hearing me out. I just made them angrier the last time I brought it up. Muriel gives me a discouraged, apologetic look. So, this is as far as I can go with you as your guide. I really hope you and the chief can figure this mess out. Nothing would make me happier. More of that spring water would, actually, but nothing else. She looks somewhat dismayed as she gently pushes me towards the chief house. I can't help but notice the terrible state of disarray it's in. Actually, if you do want more. Here. No! I have to figure out how to get... Okay, I guess I really do have to give it to Petra. That's unfortunate. Alright. Let's talk to Castanea. Oh wait, this is Portia's house. What? Why are we here? Instead of... Oh, I guess we were here temporarily. Okay. Up we go. As I enter the enormous doors, I hear there's something of heavy closing shut. Malician, what are you doing here? There's a hard edge in the voice directed at me. I ask if everything's been alright since the Moonstone incident. Your concern regarding the Moonstone incident is appreciated. You've been completely preoccupied dealing with the aftermath, as I'm sure other towns have been. You know, not only do you look nothing like us, there's another indisputable difference that separates you. You're Malician. I hope then that you understand why I feel no need to discuss this matter further. I cannot help but find it incredibly dubious how you're attempting to insert yourself in matters that are none of your business. What did I do? Why are you like suddenly distrusting me? I haven't done anything. Do you think I was behind this incident? Nothing gets past you, does it? She closed her eyes and thinks deeply. Muriel, she said something to you, didn't she? She's always saying and doing such unnecessary things. I don't know what she told me, but I'm not leaning any particular way as of yet. She slowly turns her hollow, penetrating gaze back towards me. Progress or tradition? These are two very different paths forward. Whatever I choose, it must be best for the elves. But when I do make my decision, all of Philia will stand behind me. So I can't give you an answer, not yet. Not until I've reached a decision. It doesn't feel that my judgment feels scattered lately. Castanea averts her eyes as she has nothing left to say. I can't go back to an iron 11 answer. I just try to persuade her further. Ah, this is... A series of loud noises erupts outside. I hear the commotion of running crowds and a tinny metallic clatter sound in the distance. Go outside and assess the situation. I will, but first I want to talk to Casimir. Truly, wherever you go, trouble doesn't seem to be far behind. I see. I think I'm almost ready to make a decision. Is there something else that you need? No. I just wanted to see what you wanted to say about that. Maybe there's a fight outside. Let's bring out the corgi. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay. Whoosh. Happy corgi, happy life. Pet the corgi. I press my way through the disoriented people to reach Marley. They call at me at the same time. Dream! Good thing that noise was loud enough to reach the chief's house. We've got company and they're not so friendly. Prepare for battle. Feel the cold, the gaze of unforgiving eyes from all over town. A foreboding chill runs down my spine. So, you have chosen death. Both Marley's and your eyes' arrows flash for an instant as they begin fighting. Yeah, you're pretty quick on the draw, Marley. I was about to say the same about you. It's no wonder the elves are known for their archery talents. Dream, the Order's goons are everywhere. I don't know what they're doing in Philia, but... Could they have been following you? Whatever the reason, we need to close ranks quickly. Hey, behind you! How are they coming from inside the town? I have no idea. I didn't sense anyone's presence just now. Do you think they have some secret way in? We have no choice but to face them head on. Piran, hide here and stay out of the way! Melis, please keep the townspeople and our visitors safe. We'll do what I can to deal with the situation here. Your arrogance is overwhelming. Oh no. The Order really messed up now. Where do you think you are?
Forward march! I'll see to it that you regret ever setting foot here.
Okay. I see. You have chosen death. Boink. I feel weak. Bonk. I said bonk. Boink. Ah, they moved. Actually, you know what? Let's not grace them with the respect of a natural fight. Final hit! Boink, 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 boink.
How pathetic. They should be ashamed to call themselves members of the Order, getting run off by frail little elves like that. I told you I didn't want to have to do this myself. How can you ever hope to carry out his will if you're this weak? Ha! Frail, you say? My, I'd expect that kind of talk from a giant with my own kind. This is simply too ridiculous for words. I don't know where you came from, but I don't think you'll ever be returning. Not alive, anyway. Without his protection, ours is a weak, helpless people, both in body and in mind. I know this because I've experienced it, you half-wit. You'll never surpass your limitations if you don't acknowledge them. Do you think I'm in this godforsaken place because I want to be here? If it weren't for my orders, I'd never come back here again. But since I'm already here, I'll gladly deal with you. What are you waiting for? Fight me, you insects!
Okay. Wait. Die. Why aren't you guys dead? I really should have leveled up first. Die. Shink! 400k on the Reaper. That was weak though. I'm so low level right now.
I'm not running, you vermin.
You've got this, Marlene. Keep up the pressure.
What did you just mar? Why now, of all times? It's terrible luck to keep running into you like this, but no longer. I have questions for you. No.
Is he the elf boy?
Who? He's been caught off guard. Now's the time to strike. Get him! Is this what Podlo warned me about? I need to do something before this gets out of hand.
His bravado seems to be waning. Hang on, do you think he tried to make a run for it? After he caused this whole mess?
Running for cover now that the tides have turned, huh? You should be embarrassed to call yourself an elf, you coward. No. Now's not the time to get emotional. We've bought enough time, so... The silver held out. Wait, stop right there. You...
Is he the elf boy that she knew when she was a child? If so, that would be interesting. I wish for it with my weapon grip tight, but before I can reach him, he vanishes. I was beating you up! Get back here! He's gone. Something is not right about this. I thought he cared for his ally. Excuse me? But now, he seems all too ready to just leave them behind. I never thought they'd get bold enough to invade our town. How in the world did they manage to show up so quickly? As excitement of the battle starts to wane, I notice people glaring at me.
This wouldn't have happened if they hadn't come here.
Even those rumors. Oh, that's right, I heard. Castanea doesn't trust them. So whose side is the militia on anyway? Theirs? This can't be good. Everyone, how dare you! These people just here just fought for all of you! Dreamslayer and Marley, don't listen to them. The townspeople have been through so much. Please don't hold this against them. The gossip and chatter fade away after Muriel speaks out, but Captain Nike's grim expression remains unchanged.
Dream, are you okay? You weren't hurt, were you?
I see Pearl running toward me. With the battle over, it's time to assess the situation. I want to put an ad up to see if I can get more people to come by. Oh, it's too long. Will this fit? I'm unsure. Pain pickle. Pain pickle! That's what I get from my name being so long. Let's continue with lucid dreams while I'm doing this. Everyone's okay, right? No serious injuries? We're fine, Paran. Just a few scratches here and there. To launch such a blatant attack against the town. Have they no shame? What were they hoping to accomplish? I'm glad everyone's alright. That man, I get so scared whenever I see him. Yeah, the situation would have been far worse if you hadn't been here to help, Jane. Muriel warily scans the town's perimeter. I can't believe he got away again! This is so frustrating. It feels like we're just being toyed with. And what's more... Well, never mind that. How very peculiar. I didn't realize it at first because everything happened so fast.
I believe I know what you're thinking of.
Mikey's sharp voice rings through the air, immediately commanding everyone's attention.
When I and my men first arrived here, I didn't notice either. What we eventually realized was that the intruders came from the direction of the town, not the entrance.
Yes, it seemed like they had to be coming from the very center of town.
But how? How did they manage to just appear like that?
The Order of the Black Moon has that mysterious Gayata. That's what they use to cross such great distances in the blink of an eye.
It's still strange, though. How is it that they appeared at the exact same time that the Militian showed up with the human expeditionary force in tow?
Mikey, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you're not suggesting that this attack was her fault, are you?
But why our town of all places?
Custania said so herself. That Militian brings nothing but trouble in her wake. Of course, this ambush was because of... Hey, hang on a second. If you got something to say it straight. Can you even hear what you're saying? At the very least, you could pretend to feel a little shame about this kind of slander.
What my men are saying isn't necessarily untrue. All suspicions have their genesis somewhere, this case included. It wouldn't have been true if my men had considered letting their guard down even a little bit, but I suppose there's no need for that anymore. I should check the area around the chief's house myself. I hope things are all right. Not to mention there was something that Castanet wanted to show me. Let's go.
Mikey eyes me with disapproval as he issues his orders, quickly departing for the chief's house with his men quickly following behind him. Oh, what's going on here? Weren't we just fighting side by side against the Order of the Black Moon? I'm afraid I can't give you any answers right now, but for your sake, I think it would be for the best if you left town right away. Her voice shaking, she encourages me to leave, weakly pushing me away. They just need some time, that's all. Everyone's so tired from worrying about the sky falling on them. People haven't been able to sleep lately, so the mood has soured and tempers have just started to flare. Really mention that you're planning to go visit other towns and areas as well. Whenever you get to Physis, be sure to give Patera my regards. Things will get better. What we're seeing isn't representative of everyone's feelings. Muriel mutters her words again, as if trying to convince herself of her own outlook. A brief smile passes across her face as she heads towards the chief's house. I hope this misunderstanding isn't what I think it is. Otherwise, I don't know what I'll say to Her Majesty. I think Muriel is right, though. I don't think we'll be able to do much of anything here. At least, not as things stand. I agree. The way those owls were staring at us felt far more hostile than before. Let's get out of here as soon as possible. We've confirmed that this town is being affected by the same strange phenomenon as the others, and that's what we're here to find out. For now, let's make a stop in Core Village on our way to Physis. The collective gaze of the anxious, hostile onlookers presses you on with an uncomfortable weight of all its own. It would be a good idea to leave here quickly. assuming we go to fields next. Nope, core. Interesting. I didn't expect to end up here instead of core. I mean here instead. Root and petal. His long gray brows are trembling in the breeze. You can glimpse the shadows of the past, present, and future of this continent in his deep blue eyes. Skinny old man staggers over with his arm raised to the sky.
The dark clouds, the clouds. Oh, the spirit of Irinid is gone. Wisdom has been blinded, and peace has been shattered. Why? Why is it gone?
Are you okay?
The black wings of darkness have closed the hearts of the people. At this rate, no! Must we perform the ancient ritual once again? Wait, no. It's different this time, it's different.
He's in pretty bad shape. I don't think he really notices us here. What in the world happened?
Kosei mutters to no one in particular in a low, hoarse voice. Oh, I got it right. I doubt we'll be able to learn anything useful like this. Marley quickly scanned the surroundings, then crossed her arms as if considering something. The damage caused by the moonstones appears to be relatively light. I think it's best we try talking to some other residents first. This man here might be a special case.
Okay, I'll see what I can find out.
Please don't stray too far. We don't want you getting lost again. Ron, you should come with me.
Oh, okay.
Talk to the residents. Do we just actually talk to them? Okay.
Brings you here. There aren't many left in the village who would welcome the sight of an outsider at the moment. I'm sleepy, so sleepy. I could just fall asleep right now. But I can't. As soon as I fall asleep, they come. They come for me.
I'll talk to you, Let's talk to you.
Kosei, the spirit of Irinid, please, please, please.
He beseeches in the pleading voice barely above a whisper. Oh, hi! Green hair lady. Her eyes keep drooping exhaustion. She's struggling to stay awake. That's a bug. I need to report. Okay. And one more resident, this guy.
Scared. I'm always scared of the night coming now. Darkness isn't the only thing the night brings.
I talked to all the residents. Let's see. Oh, it's just literally talk to any of the NPCs. Okay, let's go talk to Casina. I haven't seen her in a long time. I wonder how she's been. The midday tropical sunlight shines on her shoulders. Her serene earrings made of feathers quietly sway as she moves. Oh, hello there. What brings you here? Christina seems like her usual self. So, how may I help you? Good day. I was just enjoying the aromatic scent of the pie. And I feel strong eyes on me from behind. Oh, Akule is here. His arm bulged with well-toned muscles that are almost as striking as the strange animal mask that hides his face. For some reason, my mind becomes clearer as I approach him. I get the sense he's smiling at me.
Oh, conductor! What phenomenal timing! It's been a while, a long while, too long. Oh, conductor, aren't you happy to see me too? I knew you'd be here soon. How did I know? How could I not know? Look at the people of Core Village. Not good at all. No.
He's speaking in his usual playful manner, but you can imagine that the face behind his mask is not as jolly.
Something's here. It's in this village, or perhaps on the continent. Or worse, it could be in both Adelaide and India. I never expected to find something I couldn't see through. All the world is like thin paper to me, watching the shadows. Yet this darkness casts no shadow. Ominous! Ah, this is like when Milia briefly came back to us. I expected a recovery to pick up after that, but how wrong I was. Wrong, so wrong. Ah, and it was such a good hunch, too.
Suddenly, as a cool glances between the villagers, his voice becomes firm and steady.
Her condition is deteriorating. Someone or something is affecting her. And we are being watched here, though I know not the purpose. I feel the villagers are, unfortunately, caught up in this. I'm also presuming the other giant villages will face repercussions.
Quill tapes the bottom of his mask as that he's making sure that it stays in place.
Our lovely Millie needs me very much. Her condition dramatically worsens if I stay away too long. She used to be such a tough kid. But today I had to watch for her to walk and for poof! The conductor's here. I should be a fortune teller. People don't call me the world's greatest shaman for nothing.
That's Amelia's name. Oh, she's right here. I told you not to leave me alone. I've been looking for you for quite a while. Hear a tiny familiar voice. I turn to see a girl holding onto his clothes. What are you doing here?
Whoa, Milia? No. You shouldn't be out here, Milia. You must be weak after sleeping for so long.
Melia stares directly at me, paying no mind for the flustered Cure. You're the one I saw in my dream? Are you okay now? She was still laid up in the Holy Land when I saw her last. Is she okay now? I pat her head and ask how she's feeling. No, you can't come back here ever again. Go back. You must go back.
My, oh my, conductor, let me explain. Amelia, you see, she was unconscious for far too long. She's behaving a little, differently than she normally does. But she's regaining her new memories, slowly but surely. Soon it'll all come back to her, including her memories of you and I, conductor.
You shouldn't bring that person here. The one who's after the leopard is waiting. You can't say I didn't warn you. It's dangerous here. Go back. Go back now. Struck by fatigue, Yonio kneels and falls to the ground. Cole catches her with his arms and holds her tight.
Oh my, how Amelia's overworked herself, that's for sure. Still, she's been getting stronger, surely but surely. Yes, it's a vast improvement over watching her sleep for ages.
By the end of his mumbling, you can sense a mix of wistfulness and concern.
I'm on my way to the Holy Land so Amelia can rest again. Oh, I almost forgot to give you this. You should take this.
Cole digs through his pockets and pulls out some bulbous objects, then dumps them into my hand without asking.
Now listen carefully. Hand these out to the villagers. I couldn't bring many, but it's better than nothing.
Judging from what I see, no, from what I smell, these are garlic?
You seem disappointed, conductor, but wait. Even ordinary garlic is traditionally used in exorcism, and you've got a very special kind of garlic. Yes. Allow me to acquaint you. These fragrant breeds ever find over 21 days of prayer and 100 days of fermentation in the Holy Land of Shamans. Do they not go bad? They must smell awful. No, they don't. As I said, they're very special. Anyways, please give those to the villagers. They should ward off minor evils. There's much. I'd brought more if I wasn't short on time. Well, I grabbed what I could while I couldn't. Get them out into the cucina. A cup of tea after the meal is good for your health and for your beauty. That's the key. I bet Cucina's just fine. How do I know? She drinks Lepi tea like water. Lepi root clears your mind. When it's boiled, you can drink it to calm your heart. It'll help the villagers suffering from nightmares. How do I know about the nightmares? I'm not telling you all my secrets. Confidentiality is everything in my business, friend. Go ahead and give out that garlic, conductor. I'd love to do it myself, but I have to be careful about interacting with the villagers. What if the condition is contagious and Milia gets affected? I really need to go now. There are really quite a few things that I want to keep Milia from. And if it's to you, I certainly need the help. Hand it all out and make sure to visit Cucina.
Cole abruptly looks up to the sky and hastily bids farewell. After carefully picking Millie up, he disappears in the blink of an eye. I look at the reddish garlic that he dumped on me. I should hand it out to the villagers as I was asked. Okay, let's go get the lips out to everybody. Hello! Can I just give it to random residents, or should I give it to, like... Yes, hand it over. For me? You're giving this to me? Thank you. Thank you very much. They stashed in the robe. Let's go fix Ano. Kosai too. Kosai needs fixing. Hand it over.
Thanks for the garlic. I'm impressed that a youth like you knows about the old customs of this town.
They carefully splashed the special garlic in their robe. Let's see, who else might need some? Are you being weird, boy? Sure.
What's this? Smell, it's awful. I don't believe in superstitions, but thanks anyway.
I don't like Voight. I hate his theme, I hate his music, all of the bad. Okay, let's just give it out to the residents. Let's give it to this person. Hand it over.
Oh, is this really? Great. I'll finally be able to get some rest with this. Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to bed.
They carefully splashed it in their robe. Picks up some garlic.
Oh, garlic can help ward off ghosts. Can it also help people get a good night's sleep?
They splashed it in their robe. Let's go to Cocina. The midday tropical sunlight shines. Dreamslayer, I'd hoped to see you talking to the residents while I was making my rounds. I guess everyone's having a lot of trouble sleeping these days. A lot of people have been looking for garlic to try riding off ghosts. I think they just feel better with it than without. Just like a cool set in contrast to the other residents, Kasuna seems to be her usual self. Cole said it wasn't herb that calmed her down. It was Lipai. It's definitely Lipai. I asked her about Lipai tea. You know what Lipai tea is? Between that and the garlic tree, you're very knowledgeable about the customs of our town. You see the flowers blooming behind me? That's right, and that's all Lipai. It's a special product of our town that has many uses. Some say the flowers spin best by urinate. You can use it as a dye or medicine or just for its fragrance. I want to make Lipai tea with it. Tell me how. What? You wish to make Lipai tea? It's not hard at all. I'm just a little short on ingredients right now. I've been having trouble focusing lately, so I've been drinking quite a lot of it. Just a second. She ducked inside for a moment to retrieve something. There you go. These are whole uprooted Lipai flowers. They need to be trimmed before you make tea of them. You first have to separate the flowers from the roots. It should be plenty, but come find me if you need more. I accept the flowers and my nose is immediately tickled by its sweet fragrance. They need to be trimmed. How do I trim them? Thank you all so much. Alright, let's get out of here, Ham's teasing, and continue. Thank you, they're all for Aki. Her name is Aki. She has part of my name as her name. Is this for me? Dream, I know that you needed tea for yourself. It must not be easy looking after the whole village. I was starting to wonder if I needed to be making more tea myself. I noticed that a lot of the residents here have been unsettled lately. Especially Void. He keeps dreaming about being chased by someone. Strange, right? Can't imagine anyone wanting to chase him. He always has a lot on his mind. It's probably why he dreams of things like that. I'll take this and make sure the others get some. Thank you so much for your help. She breaks out into a wide smile as she thanks me. Hopefully the tea I just delivered helps the residents break back. Go back to my lead and report what we did. I made tea! Do you want tea? What's your favorite type of tea, everyone? Goodbye.
Dream, I was watching as you met with the villagers. You were carrying around that stinky garlic for a while, then you started doing something weird with those fragrant flowers. Chief Kosai kept me here for a while, and I had to hear him go on and on about the Great Ironid for, well, let's see, it was longer than I would have liked. I see a lady handing out something. She's the one you've been talking to, right? I briefly explained to Marlene and Piran how I helped the villagers by preparing Lipai tea. Lipai tea? I don't think I've ever heard of that kind. That's pretty neat. A kind of herbal tea known to prevent nightmares? Better take notes on how to prepare it. Never know when it might come in handy. Her Majesty will be pleased to hear this. You handled all the preparation and cooking yourself. Nicely done. Ah, there you are. I hear a friendly, cheerful voice from behind me. She's here to give Kosai a cup of Lipai tea. You must be her friends. I wish I could give all of you a proper welcome, but I'm afraid I'm rather busy at the moment, so formal introductions will have to wait for another day. I have no doubts that if the Great Spirit Ironid wills it, we'll meet again.
Come on, Grandpa Kosai. Hush up for a minute and drink your tea. You're supposed to be the one healing us, not the other way around. We watch her tending to Kosai. She seems quite the reliable woman. I think we're safe leaving this village in her care. I agree. It's always inspiring to see people doing their best, even in the face of hardship. Should we head out then? We still have to visit Physis. Don't forget to say hi to Pater from Muriel. You'll know she'll sulk if you don't remember to do it. Anyway, let's be off. I look at them and nod. It's time to head to the last town. Oh, and I also have a tea time. Oh, since I just did all of this stuff, I have Aki tea time. I just made a bunch of tea. Cool. Okay. Over we go. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just doing all of G24 and just continuing with that. I'm about halfway through, I think. So, it's these two. The boy's childlike face is full of confidence. His dark blue eyebrows nearly touch the striking tattoo near his eye. A rosy hue marks the tip of his nose red, giving a curious, rambunctious look.
That's why last night. What? Huh? Dream? Huh, it's the militia. And behind you, humans. What are you doing here?
The three stop their cheerful conversation and stiffen up. None of them seems willing to speak. Then my lead steps forward.
We're here under orders from Queen Arwen to evaluate the current state of Vales. The damage from the Moonstone incident?
She pauses momentarily, her eyes scanning the Moonstone remnants dotting the town.
Is expected to be quite extensive. We regret not being able to come and inquire into this matter sooner. Luckily, it appears the Moonstones have stopped for the time being. We've come to enlist the wisdom of the giants in resolving several related incidents.
Enlist the wisdom of the giants? Let me guess, you've already visited the elves.
Yes, that's correct. By any chance, are the residents here having trouble falling asleep at night?
Wow, it's just like here. Did you hear that, Dara?
Let me get this straight, human. Something similar has been plaguing your lands, right? And the elves as well? Yes. Is there a problem? Everyone looks so grim all of a sudden, or maybe serious.
Dower glowers at me. She seems highly distracted by her own thoughts. Marlene keeps quiet for once. After a less than comfortable silence, Dower addresses me. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming by. Really appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you in other streams.
You must come and meet with King Krug. However, your companions must stay here.
Okay. I don't understand, but I nod.
Phew, thank you. Trust me, I wouldn't be like this if there was another way.
What's this? Feel a wave of complicated feelings coming when my lead wishes to me in a calm voice. Go on ahead. I don't think they're acting this way because they want to. I'm certain there's a reason for this unease. Whatever it is, I'm sure you can get it all ironed out.
We'll be waiting for you here. If anything happens,
I'll take care of Peron. She offers a small but comforting smile. It helps ease my jitters.
The guards are already probably alerted to your presence. His Majesty must know you're here.
I don't know what's up or down anymore. His Majesty, he said something shocking. That was all written in that book. Blasted Pater, you can't just wait to tell the militia and those humans everything, huh?
Zeta roughly seizes Pater by the collar. Dower firmly pulls him back.
You runts ought to behave yourselves. Now's not the time for a fight.
Dream, don't keep His Majesty waiting any longer. Hurry along. I'll stay here and keep your friends company.
I glance at Marlene and Peron and nod. Let's go meet with Krug. I will definitely make sure to... Am I following Shred? Yes, I am. Follow. Doo-doo-doo. Let me also... Yeah, okay. The heavily cracked exterior of the chief's house weighs on your mind. I hear an inhospitable voice speak out.
I knew it. Do you see, my king? Here comes the militia.
She regards me with icy contempt, then casts her gaze away from me with disinterest.
It's you. The gods told me you were here. Wretched, is it not? The proud home of the king of the giants, reduced to such squalor. Though I suppose this isn't a surprise to you at all. It's odd. You told us such sweet nothings about trust and friendship, but you couldn't be bothered to give us a single word of warning. Kareen, a Melitian is a Melitian first, even if they do look human. We have a momentous decision ahead of us, and we have to consider your role in all this as a part of our decision.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tachi. That's a good idea.
A visitor came to our town recently, profoundly knowledgeable in the history and geography of the snowfields. They also knew a great deal about the ancient ways. It was remarkable, and I am not easily impressed. This traveler left a book behind, a book filled with compelling stories. These stories shed a bit of light on everything that's happened.
This must be the book that the Batera mentioned. Book full of compelling stories. You can guess at one troublesome book that might be. It would be the Revelations of the Black Moon. I say as much. Ah,
you know this book. You must be quite familiar.
Hello, HD Link. Wait. Hello. Hello. Oi. I think that one was from the Wind Waker. Definitely skimmed through the Revelations, but I haven't read it in its entirety. You nod on the expressions of Kyrie's faces, and those four places fall slightly. It is just as we've been telling you, my king. The time has come now to make our decision.
Leave us, Stream. I have nothing more to say.
He waves me away, his demeanor standoffish and cold. Krug, please don't tell me you're having second thoughts. The letter that was sent in secret. We must act now. As I turn to leave, I hear Kyrie and Krug discuss something in hushed tones. For whatever reason, the demeanor changed swiftly upon hearing my answer. I'm not sure what's going through their minds, but based on their sudden change in mood, it can't be good. Let's go back to the expedition and the society. Thank you so much! Yay! Yay! Thank you for subscribing! I appreciate it so much. Thank you! This is the best day. This is so good. Thank you. Krug and Kieran are having a hushed conversation. You should listen in. They've joined forces with Krug, my king. As Physicist Queen, I can't stand by and do nothing.
Kireen, my love. I feel the same way. However,
our land cannot weather another threat like this. We have no other choice but to accept their proposal. I don't like it, but it's our only hope. Krug's expression contorts into a dour grimace. I'll get caught if I stay any longer. I'd better leave. Huzzah! You now have most of my high-end notes. I hope you enjoy them. And if you would like, you can recommend things for me to try. I've been asked to do horror games to Mabinogi lately, so I started doing this. I find everyone chatting amongst themselves when I return. Sington seemed to have lessened.
It's been days. Things can't go on like this. I should be able to stretch my legs out and have a good night's sleep. But that makes no sense. You really believe the humans have that kind of power? And why go out of their way to target us? I cannot accept that line of reasoning, especially considering how everyone is suffering.
Oh, Dream, you're back from your meeting? What did you talk about?
Oh, Dream, we were just listening to what Batir had to say. There are definitely people here suffering from something similar. Batir was just telling us about a scary dream he had last night. I didn't say it was scary, human. It was just a dream that troubled me. But you looked really scared when you were talking about it.
We'll be the judge of that. If you weren't really scared, finish the story. I agree. It's okay, Batera. Your fears give you a reason to build your courage. Didn't Tollins teach you that? Oh, big sis. I think I remember hearing that, and you already forgot. Jeez. Zedder shrugs and frowns disapprovingly.
Fine, I'll tell you. So, I was in town just like any other day, but it was completely empty. Really strange for Vales. Passed by Hill and Mine looking for everyone, but even Hector was gone. That's when I heard an awful sound coming from below. Kept going down, 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 following the noise. Kept getting louder and louder, and then...
You ran away?
Hey, stop interrupting and just listen, alright?
Anyway, I kept going down, but then...
Looking on shore, he continues his story slowly.
Do you remember that temple dream? The one Muriel and I went to. We went first and left you behind. Remember? It was all finished. That's why we were here talking to each other, just like this. But then I went to the lowest depths of the mine and looked around. They were everywhere.
His fists are clenched so hard his knuckles are white.
You mean the people you were looking for, Bater?
Yeah, but everyone was... It was over and done, right? Muriel and I, we came back and smashed every single relic we could find. So then why? I couldn't believe it. I tried to shake the person closest to me awake. They were pretty small. I looked at their face to see who it was, and... Zedder, Daura, everyone's bodies were clothed to the touch. Then I heard His Majesty's voice ring out. I failed to protect everyone. I had no right to call myself a true giant. And to stop this, I had to... No! It was nothing but an awful, hard dream. It's just rotten luck that I had a dream, that's all. There's no way that dream meant anything.
Troubled Batir looks back and forth between me, Marlene, and Perron before becoming visibly irritated and ending the conversation. It's obvious that he had a terrible dream, but it feels like he's holding something back. Tachi, when is raid?
Now?
Oh no. Okay.
That's quite the dream, Bater.
Yes, I'll start booting Lost Ark, and then I'll have to switch over.
Feels like I can remember the ending more clearly every day.
I'm starting to think these dreams are affecting everyone really differently.
Geez, a boring dream like that is all it takes to scare you?
Is that you? I'm telling you, this is serious.
Alright, settle down, you runts. Everyone is afraid of different things. So, Bater, I think it's completely understandable that this is terrifying to you. It's also strange. I've been here with you since you first arrived on the Queen's orders.
You feel the sting of a keen, penetrating glare. Daura unfolds her arms, clears her throat, and speaks.
See here, Knight. What you said while Dreamslayer was meeting with His Majesty. Is it really true that even the humans have been having nightmares? You're certain?
Yes, I keep telling you the nightmares are affecting most of our population. Even Queen Irowen has suffered their effects.
Your queen at the royal castle? Didn't I say so? Even the humans are even affected by this. I'm afraid His Majesty would have this all wrong.
Batir wears an uncharacteristically serious expression on his face.
Well, I guess we'll have to see about that. My duty is to follow the will of the king and queen.
Don't you ever think for yourself? Come on, Zedder.
This is more complicated than I thought.
You said your name is Daura, right? Now, I'm not exactly sure what is going on, but if there's a misunderstanding, I hope we can manage to work it out. All we want is to join forces to deal with this crisis, together. I'm certain that's what the Queen would want for all of us. Daura looks directly into Marlene's unwavering blue eyes.
You're right. This is not what either of us need at this time. It was rude to treat our visitors with such suspicion and disrespect. Please accept my apologies. I know you didn't. I hope you know we didn't have much of a choice. Our queen can be... oh, forget it. She dusts her hands off and set them squarely upon her hips with a straight face. I'm going to go meet with the king and queen. I believe another conversation is necessary.
I knew you'd come around, Dara.
But, what are you gonna do? Queen Kirian's already made up her mind.
Dara ignores the two giants and continues without skipping a beat.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to see yourselves uptown. We wouldn't mind escorting you, but we can't risk the stir it cause.
What exactly have people been saying about us?
It's a little hard to get into right now. Anyway, have a safe trip back. Try to keep warm in the snowfields. I'm sure it's all just a mix-up.
It has to be.
More and more of my people fall to this malady each day. The way I see it, though, none of you have any motive to cause such a thing. I feel it must be related to that suspicious book.
Thank you, Dara. I hope they can see that we mean well.
I look on as Miller bids the others farewell.
Dream, I trust you. I don't believe for a second that you're responsible for what's happening. You should go. Like Dara said, it's dangerous for you to stay here any longer.
Batur gives me a worried glance and I offer him a small but reassuring nod. I finished surveilling all of the major sites in area. It's time to return to Tar and report to Ireland that the same thing is happening across area. Alright, once I report this, I'm unfortunately going to have to switch over to... what do you call it? I have to switch over to Lost Ark. If you're interested in that game, I'm doing the final boss of the last in-game raid with my friends. If you're interested, you can stick around for that. Otherwise, hopefully, I will see you another time. If you're interested, I can come back and talk about that sort of thing. Wait, did I forget to complete? Wait, I thought they said to. Oh, they made me have to go back there. That's weird. I'm booting Lost Ark as we speak. Catch you. Okay.
Miss Marleed, are you okay? Something feels off about all of this. I don't like that we never got a proper chance to check the Giant's town. But more than that, their attitude tells us seems really suspect. They weren't happy to see us, that's for sure. There seems to be some sort of misunderstanding. Those moonstones and the nightmares. It almost feels like... It feels like they think we were the ones to blame for their misfortune, but I can't imagine why they think that. When Dream returned from the chief's house sooner than expected, I realized that the giant chief probably wasn't happy we're here. So what would explain their behavior towards us?
Our lady rubs her chin in thought, gazing at the town of Vales in the distance. It suddenly occurs to me that Llewellyn did the same thing when he was ruminating on some intricate topic. With a flurry of feathers, I find something dropped into my hands.
Whoa, where did that owl come from?
Hi, Marvis. I'm about to switch over to Lost Ark. I have to raid today, as soon as I finish this one.
Could it be from the royal castle? Perhaps Her Majesty has urgent news for us. This isn't the seal of Aliak. In fact, it looks like it's addressed to you personally, Dream. Whoever sent it made sure it was wrapped up tight. Almost excessively so, even. What do you think it could be about?
They gaze at the letter in my hand, curious as to its contents. Who could